What's up, everybody? Captain Gonzo with the Flight Sim channel. We are back. It's been a couple of weeks since I have been on the air. You have to pardon a few things. First, I'm just recovering. Been a little bit under the weather for the past couple of weeks, hence my absence on the live streams. And Alpha P1, yeah, brother, always faithful. I love it, man. So yeah, been a little sick, guys, if you're seeing this now or in the future. And yeah, been having to just sit home, just kind of recuperate and do my own thing. Also, if you're in Central Florida or near this, there is a nasty storm over my house right now as we speak. I mean, lightning was just literally blasting through and thunder through my windows here. So I was a little scared. I almost postponed this live stream, but it seems like it's passing now. So if you're in Central Florida, yeah. Alpha saying, be back on the sim racing with LMU. Oh, nice. Nice to see that. VFD Sims update. Yeah. Yeah, this is version 2, my friend. Version 2 of the Citation X that we've been talking about now for maybe about 2 months. Yeah, maybe a month and a half. Who knows? Guys, it arrived this afternoon, 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. What are those updates? Well, we're going to find out together. It is fantastic. You guys know that I love the Citation 10 from FlightFX, and it got even better. You'll see. There's a lot of little details that you might not even notice right off the bat, but I'll try to point them out. But look at this. Livery is default. That is one thing. All third-party liveries, I think, are going to have to be updated, including our very own TFSE executive livery. But she looks great, flies great, sounds great, feels great. Your mom's great, like I like to say. So we're all happy. All right, so let's go ahead and just get some good shots here looking at this. I always love the scenery, those monolithic structures back there. Interesting. Look at that thing, man. She is gorgeous. Hold up. Let me go over here and check what's going on. Go figure while I'm out of town. Yeah, man. Hey, you're not alone, brother. All right. Sometimes for me, I get caught with like an airplane releasing on a Friday or Saturday or whatever, and I'm at work and I don't get online on the weekends, and I'm like, damn it. But yeah, guys, here she is again. Citation 10 FlightFX version 2. If you are an existing owner, go to your library, go find the aircraft and update it. It should prompt you to update it regardless. And then my recommendations: restart the sim, restart the computer if that's you, and just make sure it runs fresh. But she looks good, man. Look at this, dude. Oh my god, I love it even more. All right, you guys ready to party? All right, brother. VFD, take it easy, my friend. Let's go. Let's get this started. So I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna jump out. So I'm gonna go do the walk around. There we go. And let's remove covers. Now, I noticed this earlier. Pitot cover still on, but don't worry. It goes away, okay? Looks like our AOA probe and temperature probe covers. There we go. So this is all pretty standard. I think that we already had this on version 1. There we go. So nothing changes here, but you'll notice the differences are on the aircraft themselves. I think we can click here. Yeah, look at the wing. Check that out. The boing, boing. So that's a little neat little gimmick that they added for us to have fun with, because they want to showcase their wing flex capabilities, which is something that the Citation 10 did not have when it released. That's our tail number, by the way, 750 Tango Foxtrot. That is one of 2 registrations that belong to us at that TFSC executive, that Flight Sim channel executive. And Jet Cart, reminder, guys, we are hiring. We're offering 30% pay. So come on and join us and have some fun flying some jets. But this is not the livery we fly in. We have a custom liveries from Hughes. So come and check us out. Like I said, we'll be happy to have you guys. So yeah, that's one of the features right there, guys. We got the wing flex, which is pretty awesome. Ravenous Woollift. Hi, what's up? Hope I'm saying that right, by the way. So yeah, check it out. Everything looks good. Details look great. Textures look good. Can I open the fuel? No, unfortunately, that's not simulated. Oh well. Hey, Brandon Petty. He is one of our pilots over at Jet Cart. Coming in and saying, got our Citation 10 to Long Beach today. Was in version 1. The new one came out during the flight. I was pissed. Oh, dude. I can only imagine. So I was actually on a 7-hour trip, Brandon, from Santa Maria on the longitude, our longitude. I was supposed to make it to Detroit. And when I saw on Discord that the airplane was releasing, I equally was upset. And then, luckily for me in a way, I ended up running out of fuel. So I had to divert to Halifax in Canada. And so I diverted. It worked out because I parked the jet, completed the flight on jet card, and then I hopped into the Citation 10 so I can upload it or update it. And here we are. All right, guys. Well, time to kill the music. It's time to get serious here. So let's go ahead and just reduce the volume there. There we go. Make sure volume is all the way up. And then while we're cooking here, I'm going to open up Say Intentions because we'll be using them. And I also have a cool little feature that I want to showcase with Say Intentions that it's nothing to do specifically with the Citation 10, but it is one that we're going to be using the hell out of, especially now moving forward. And I'll try to relocate my DSLR camera, whatchamacallit, so you guys can see that eventually. But right now, I got to do some tuning here. So let me do this. Let me change this out of the way. Let's go ahead and get our battery 1 and 2 online. And then we're going to do the test on the standby power. So let's go ahead and see. Now we got the green light. That green light's been absent for quite a while. Since Sim Update 4, I believe. Let's say about 10 seconds. We're going to call that good. Go to on. Avionics and ECAS. Engine indicating crew alert system. Turned on. And now what I have to do is go to my sim brief. So I'm going to go to weights. And I'm simply going to import from sim brief. Oh, I got to load it. So here we go. This is another new thing from the FlightFX Citation 10. If you guys are existing FlightFX owners of not only the Citation 10, but of the Piaggio, the Honda Jet, and all their other cool products, then you guys might know by now that this is the VAMS, the Virtual Aircraft Management System. In other words, their EFB, Electronic Flight Bag. And I love it because it's very simple, straight to the point, no BS, just gets you what you need. Hey, Flacco. Yes, sir. So you can see right now, it is not giving me the option to import. Well, now we have a dedicated sim brief page. So we're going to go here. You can see all of my flights. Check it out. All of these Tango Foxtrot Sierra are all flights that we've done for our airline. So I'm going to go ahead and grab PAE to San Francisco. And you can see right there. Let me see if I can pan this tablet. There we go. Forget how to do this. No. No, that's not what I wanted. Bring it back. Let me do this. There we go. Got my ID and all that. Check it out. We've got our full nav log with our waypoints, top of climb, top of descent, operational flight plan, and it breaks it down into each category. Summary and fuel, routing, blah, blah, blah. So it's all there for us to check out. If you want to, you can just send it to the avionics and to the weights. But me personally, I'm going to do it the manual way just to showcase what that MCDU is capable and how it works. So now that we've loaded the operational flight plan, we can go back to weights. And let's go ahead and import. There we go. 6,400 pounds, 1,800 payload, 400 cargo, 8 passengers. Sure. There we go. We got a full house. Check out our max. It's 36.1 thousand pounds, and we're sitting at 30.6 or 0.7. So pretty heavy. Got enough people in there. Got enough gas. So we've got 956 gallons. Yeah, that's a good amount of gas. I used to top these off with like 1,300, 1,400 gallons, I believe, if I remember correctly. So anyways, we're going to leave that there. Again, look at the VAMs. Look at the turbulence thing. This is pretty cool. It'll show you live feedback of how the aircraft is experiencing turbulence. You've got your Navigraph. You've got Lido or Lido charts if you prefer that. You've got your config, ground, as per usual. So, yeah, man. Anyone got their flight sim yoke and quadrant on a computer desk? Yeah, Alpha, that's how I have my yoke right now. It's literally on top of my desktop. And Rover saying, I haven't opened MSFS yet. Is the update in the marketplace for 2024? That is correct. Go to your marketplace, and it'll prompt you to update the Citation 10, okay? And hold on. Let me just go ahead and do this, because my Stream Deck is something that I'm going to need to show you guys. There we go. Ah, okay, I see what you're doing, Alpha. Yeah, that makes sense, man. But yeah, right now my stuff is mounted to the desk as well as my Honeycomb Bravo. So here's the Navigraph. Let me see. It should pick up our origin. No, that's weird. Did it earlier. Yeah, that's weird. So it should automatically populate your origin and destination, especially if you've got your SimBrief flight plan. But that's okay. We're going to leave it as such. Let's go ahead and get our APU fired up before I burn the battery. So hide the yoke. Come over here to the co-pilot side. APU master to on. Let's get our nav light on and our passenger seatbelt signs on. APU test. APU fire. Yeah, everything looks good. Let's kick her on. Let's listen to that thing. Yeah, Alpha, that's the struggle, man. Even with a desk mount, dude, every time we mount something, you have to finagle a little bit here and there. You sacrifice one thing for the other, so it's part of the game, man. First world problems, I guess. All right, APU is online, so let's go ahead and get that generator on. And let's get our bleed air. Cool. Okay, we're going to go back here. We're going to kind of make this an abbreviated cold and dark. We're going to set our INS or IRS to align. And let that sit there. Let's go yonder. Select the mic to the headset. Got to arm the emergency exit lights. And then we're going to set integrated lights to daytime. There we go. So while the IRS does its alignment, we're going to go here, pausing it. We're going to grab the GPS 1 pause. And then we're going to press flight plan. Flight plan. Destination of San Francisco. And before I type everything in, let me go ahead and configure my site intentions so that I can pick up my IFR clearance to San Fran. So let's go ahead and go over here. I got to make some changes on my settings because I was using my speakers instead of my headset earlier. So I got to change everything back over now. And I'm going to show you how I'm using my Stream Deck Plus to integrate with that new feature that just became available to Say Intentions partners. Guys, I can't get enough of Say Intentions, man. I know it is a subscription-based program. I know it's not the most popular model of business, but the environment that we get in Say Intentions, nobody comes close to it. I mean, like, nobody. Beyond ATC is miles behind. Every time I go on Beyond ATC, I'm just disappointed. That's just me, though. But anyways, let's do this. I'm going to showcase right now exactly what I mean. So I'm going to enable my video camera here. Webcam. Hello. You can see there. And I'm going to try to position this so that you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. You guys ready? Here we go. All right, so this could be a little awkward because right now what happens is the camera's kind of focusing, not focusing. Let me know how that looks. But anyways, this is just to give you the general idea, right? So you're going to see I have 3 little phone symbols right there, right? Those phone symbols are my intercoms. I've got 3 intercom channels, one for my co-pilot, one for my flight attendant, and one for my ground crew. Underneath it, we've got a new flight button. We've got a repeat last instruction button. COM2 enable or disable, overall volume, and my transponder. All right there available for me. And yes, these are my active COM1 and COM2 frequencies, or active and standby, if that makes sense. So I just want to kind of showcase that. Now, this is going to be a little rough for me to get it on the camera. And I'm going to remove this orange microfiber rag that looks crazy. Looks ghetto. But let me see how I can do this. That actually might work, guys. So here we go. We're going to look at tuning into ATIS, which is 128.65. 128. .65. There we go.
16 left. Wind calm.
There we go.
Visibility 10.
And I can manipulate my volume right here.
Temperature 23. Dew point 12. Altimeter 3000. Density altitude 1600 feet. ILS/localizer runway 16 right out of service.
Okay.
KPAE runway 16 right out of service. Approach lighting runway 16 right out of service. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions.
So 127, 175. So now we're on clearance delivery. So 127, 125, or 175, sorry. I'm going to give him a call. We're Mako 750. That is our call sign for tonight. Let's give him a call, see if we can get our clearance down to San Francisco. Oh, Painfield clearance. This is Mako 750 with the weather, requesting IFR San Francisco. They're probably like, who is this doofus?
Mako 750, clear to San Francisco. Radar vectors Haru, then as filed. Climb and maintain 4,000. Expect flight level 39010 minutes after departure. Departure on 128.5. Squawk 4367. Expect runway 16 right.
4367, and bam. We got the squawk and the squawk. Let's give him the read back. All right, we're clear to San Francisco. Radar vectors Harrop, then as file. Climb and maintain 4,000. Expect flight level 39010 minutes after departure. Departure 128.5. Squawk 4367. Expecting 16 right from Mako 750. I like to troll them by speaking really fast, but they keep up.
Mako 750, read back correct.
Cool. Let's go to ground now. 1 to 1.8. So we're going to set that. And there we go. We're already on ground. So you see, no more having to look down, having to type. I have it all right here available. We're squawking. Now check this out. I'm going to give a call to my flight attendant, let him know we're preparing for departure. Flight attendant, this is Captain Gonzo up in the flight deck. Please prepare the cabin for departure. Make sure our passengers are seated and with their seatbelts secured. Okay.
Citation 5 Zulu Tango, ready to taxi.
Cabins being prepped for departure now. I'll ensure everyone is seated and buckled up.
Zulu Tango, runway 16 left taxi.
See, and just like that, I can manipulate my audio and lower the volume for all the other comms happening in the background. All right, let's go grab our dispatch. Let's go grab our route. And there we go. PAE, San Francisco, Los Angeles with the alternate. Let's go ahead and set it up. So we're going direct Harrop. I'm going to put this one here, and then we're going to type that in. I wish I had a CDU for this thing. I think there's a way to use the ones from Wind Control. E-Rave. After E-Rave, we're going to Eason. And then we're going to join the Quebec 1 airway. So we're going to type in Quebec 1 dot Etchi. A lot of E's today. There we go. And look at all the E's filling up. Tacos. There's Etchi, and then we're going direct Malbec. Ooh. I'm actually drinking a Cabernet Sauvignon right now next to me.
Passengers are seated and buckled up, Captain. We're ready for departure.
Thank you very much. Appreciate the help. I love that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are preparing for departure. Please ensure your seat belts are securely fastened and your seats are in the upright position. Thank you.
And again, guys, that is Sane Tensions in the background. Sane Tensions AI. Not only is it ATC, but it's also an ecosystem full of features. But we're not here to talk about that today. We're here to talk about the Citation 10. We're loading up our flight plan here. We're setting up everything. And we're going to be going into runway 28 left in San Francisco. You know I'm going to need me an ILS. So we're going to do the ILS. I'm going to go with Archie. We can always change that. And we're inbound via the Bodega 4. So we're going to go Bodega 4 and Malbec transition. There's our arrival profile. We're going to activate that sucker. And boom goes the dynamite. Any older people here in the chat should know exactly what I'm talking to and referring. Let's go to performance in it. Next. Climb. Nope. I want to climb aggressive like a bat straight out of hell. So we're going to climb a 250 Max cruise is what I want. We're going to do like Mach 9.2. We're going to cruise at flight level 390, I believe. Transitions 18,000 speed and altitude restrictions or limitations. Yep. We're going to sync the EFB. There we go. Passengers, fuel, cargo. Confirm. Cruising altitude, flight level 390 and our ceiling of 47,000. Estimated time en route, 1 hour and 27. Nah. Unacceptable. We're in the Citation 10. We're going to haul 693 nautical miles to our destination. Takeoff. Let's confirm we've got the correct weather. We can always go to departure. So temperature is always off by 1 degree for whatever reason. I'm going to make it correct. Winds are calm. We'll say 160 at 03. Oh, it's not even detecting the runway. Duh. We're going to go with 16 right. There we go. Now we can go to performance in it. Now we can go through all this. There we go. 9,000 feet. There we go. 160 at 3. Altimeter is 3000. Gonna set that up. We're gonna go to next. Slope 0, width, threshold, dry, density, altitude 1573. Yep. And we're going flaps. I don't know. She's a little heavy, but yeah, let's go flaps 15. Why not? Looks good. Takeoff weight 30.6. That makes sense. There's our V speeds. V1, rotate V2. Climb, again, just checking. We're going to be in managed mode to 50 Mach 0.8. Estimated time en route, 16 minutes to our top of climb, 39,000. Cruise. Yeah, we'll overwrite that. Don't worry. Descent. Bottom of descent altitude is 5. Okay, that makes sense. Landing, we can set this up as we are on our way. Let's go back to flight plan. I'm going to close this. It's time to get funky, boys and girls. Oh, and by the way, you'll see it switched now to my Streamlabs profile for whatever reason. Hey, Alex James, you're saying... Wait, the FlightFX Citation has a new version? Was this a free update for people who own the previous one? Yes, it's a free update. And, yeah, all you have to do is go to your marketplace if you own it, and it'll update it to the next version. So, hell yeah. And he's also asking, does it fly better than the previous? Absolutely, man. Alpha, what? Oh, you're talking about me talking to the flight attendant. Got it. Alex, I'm using the AFY 210. I'll show it here in a minute. I'll reposition the camera once we're getting ready to take off, since now you guys have seen what I'm using my my Stream Deck with. So, okay, so we're all configured. I think we're good. Let's go ahead and do a few things here. First, parking brake is on. Let's set INS to nav. Let's get our rotating beacon light on. Set that on. 300, 300, 300, 4,000 set. We've got our departure loaded. Cool, we're set. Let's go do a quick walk around. And I'm going to have the ground page pulled up just in case. So we got parking brake set. I'm going to pull chocks. Making sure everything's looking good. Leading edge is good. Look at that. Look at that light. Nav light looking good, man. Let's go ahead and close up the cargo here. Or the... Hold on. Let me hide this camera for now. Okay. See, the underbelly beacon light is on. I saw the tail light on. Looks good. These guys are arguing. He looks like a business owner, and that's a foreman. Good luck to you. We're going to get going. All right, partner. Let's go ahead and close that cabin. Interior looks nice. Definitely looks touched up a little bit. Let's open the divider walls. We'll need them open for takeoff, I believe. They want them just in case we have to evacuate. All right, boys and girls, you guys ready? Muscle Man 38. Whoa, I haven't seen you in a hot minute, man. What up? Hey, and Alex, by the way, I just saw your messages, man. Appreciate the love as per usual, my friend. Thank you very much, man. All right, you guys ready? Let's get her fired up. We're going to start with numero dos. Let's go ahead and verify that these are in the idle cutoff. They are indeed. Let's go ahead and start number... Oh, wait. ISO valve. Make sure we got good start pressure. Yes, bleeder valve is open. Here we go. Watching N2. There's about 9%. Give it gas. Doing good, muscle man. Just my first day back being live after like 2 weeks, I think. Been sick, man. So finally beat the cold or whatever I had, and we're back now with the Citation 10 version 2 update. Been waiting for this one for a while. We got a good number 2 engine. ITT stable, oil pressure and temperature looking good. Fuel flow looking healthy. Let's kick on number 1. Whoa, there's a bear. Hold on. There's a bear. It was just running right there. Look. I know, that was a squirrel moment, but check this out. Hopefully my engine doesn't catch on fire. What in the hell? What up, man? What you doing, bud? Damn, that dude looks scary. Look at his eyes. Is that Cocaine Bear? Alright, let's get back before YouTube bans me. Alright, fellas and gals, we've got 2 good engines. Let's go ahead and set flaps down for takeoff. Flaps 15. Gotta set our stabilizer trim to the green band. Look at that. There's that famous chirping. Okay, that's all said and done. Let's go ahead and kill the bleed air from the APU. Close that ISO valve. Generator can come off. Stop the APU. Yeah, Deadeye. There's literally bears. It's funny, earlier I was flying in Canada and there was like some crazy moose, man, everywhere. Alright, let's grab our taxi light. I'm gonna grab my comms so I can listen to them a little bit better. Here we go. Let's put this over. Let's give him a call. Paine ground, Mako 750, ready to taxi.
Mako 750, runway 16 right, taxi by Kilo 7, hold short of runway 34 left.
Kilo 7, hold short of 34 left for Mako 750. And there's a Pilatus inbound. Oh, okay, no, he's being good. He's turning. So I will say right off the bat, one of the changes that I noticed, and it could just be a me thing, the ground handling feels a little bit different. And by different, I mean better. Like, it feels refined. Like, they really focused on how the aircraft should handle. You can feel the weight right now, too. As I'm taxiing with a heavy payload, 8 passengers. Again, we're only like 6,000, 5,000 pounds shy of maximum takeoff weight, which, I guess that's up to argument, right? Of what you consider heavy or not, but it feels heavy. And then the airplane is responding accordingly. So I'm already loving that. But yeah, let's see as we're taxiing. Can you see the wings shake a little bit? Yeah, you can see them. They're kind of shimmying a little bit. I gotta be careful. We gotta hold short here.
Mako 750, hold short of runway 34 left, 320 vacating the runway.
Alright, we'll hold short of 34 left for Mako 750. There we go. We're going to hold short. While that's happening, I'm going to take advantage and reposition my camera to look at my yoke. Whoops. Should have paid attention. Throttles weren't an idle. Whoopsie daisy. All right, hold on. Let me make sure this is looking good. Muscle Man saying, "Where's my 308?" Hell yeah, brother. They say moose are deadlier than bears. Probably. They're scary, dude. Is it your first flight with the V2? Hold on. Hold on. I'm trying to read this at the same time. Crossing 34 left. Continue via Alpha 7 Alpha Alpha for Mako 750. All right, hold on. I'll get back to that question there. Strobes on. Let's go. Landing lights on. No, not my flaps. Clear on the left. Clear on the right. Deadeye. Yes, there is a change log. Actually, if you go to their Discord, FlightFX's Discord, I don't know if you have that platform. They provide all the change logs there, and I believe on the website directly from FlightFX, they've also included the change log. And yeah, because I saw it earlier today when it released. All right, here we go. We're going to make a left into Alpha. Got to give it some gas. She's heavy. We're going to make our way down to 16 right. We're going to go past the 777Xs here. We're going to go past the 787s and everything else. Okay. Yeah, it was a long list. You're right, Muscle Man, because I was in there. I was chatting up with some people, and it was interesting to see all that. Okay, Zim saying, is it your first flight with the V2? Because when I'm reaching my top at descent, the VNAV descending with me like at 4,000 feet per minute always. And it doesn't follow the altitude procedure. Is it a problem on my side? Yeah, I actually, this is my second flight with it. I did a test flight earlier just to make sure everything was working fine. And, yeah, it worked fine for me, man. VNAV was set properly. Just make sure you don't have any discontinuities or anything like that on your route, and make sure that you have your appropriate approach set up and your arrival and all that, okay? Oh, Rover. Yeah. It's probably not going to be available for you guys on console for a little bit. I remember they usually release it first for the PC people like ourselves, and then they go over to the console players, so... Oh, look at that 7.4. Wow, that's the first time I think I've seen a 7.4 in action on Sane Tensions. Gramps! Yo, man, been a minute. Yeah, what's up, bro? How you been, man? I've been seeing you. I've been seeing you flying on not TFSC, on Jet Cart. I saw one of either yourself or I saw one of your guys flying out there. I know there's like a couple of pilots. Yeah, good to see you, man. Did I? Yeah, no. So just subtle changes. You'll notice when we go on the takeoff roll, you can actually hear right now a little bit. There's some like shaking. You can hear rattling inside the cabin, and that's definitely new. What else? The wing flex, the VAMS tablet is definitely updated. The aircraft performs and handles just like I remember it too, so that's not new. I don't know why right now there's a tendency for the aircraft to yaw left. I'm trying to keep a center line, and it keeps... Oh, there we go. I guess I have to tap the brakes a little bit. Gotcha, Gramps. Yeah, man, I've been busy as well, man. I've been just leaving the computer running, doing long flights in the background, but yeah, I've been busy and sick. Just got back. This is my first day back on live since last week, actually, so... It's good to be back, man. I love talking to you guys and showcasing latest and greatest stuff. Look at the Dreamliners, man. This scenery is by one of the best scenery developers out there, Zerwiki. Spelled DRW something. Tower 13295, so long. Mako 750. All right, we've got 13295 set up on the box. I'm just going to pretend I never saw this Pilatus in front of me. I'm just going to run right through him, make him disappear. Oh, before I forget, let's go ahead and kill that APU master. See, what Pilatus? Oh, yeah, we're going to take all the runway, baby. And I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to block. Okay, that's Horizon. He's dead ahead.
45, traffic departing ahead of you, runway 16 right, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, 16 right, Horizon Air 2645.
Oh, really, Rover? Okay. I'm glad to know that, man, because that's really weird, man. It was like yawing left, and I felt it. I was using my rudder pedals, and I'm like, why am I constantly having to steer right? So, good to know, man. Yeah, Gramps, thanks for that, man. And yeah, man, give her a shot, brother.
Holding short, 16 left, ready for departure. Hotel Kilo 4485.
Yeah, Alex, you will not be disappointed, my friend, and it's free. Gotta love FlightFX, man. Alpha, hell yeah, man. I gotta get back on Le Mans.
16 left, Hotel Kilo 4485.
And Paine Tower, Mako 750, holding short of 16 right at Alpha, ready for departure.
Mako 750, Snohomish County Airport Tower, runway 16 right, hold short, you're number 2 behind the Embraer 175.
Holding short number 2 behind the Embraer 175 for Mako 750. Let's go ahead and set this puppy now. 39 downs of fate. Before I forget. Oh, yeah. That's all good.
Mako 750, runway 16 right, line up and wait, caution wake turbulence.
Oh, line up and wait for Mako 750. So we're going to just taxi on in. Hold on, I got to get my camera squared away. There we go. You guys should be able to see. Hold up, boys and girls. Can't start a good flight without a good Zin.
Mako 750, runway 16 right, winds calm, fly runway heading, cleared for takeoff.
Hold on, partner. I'm putting a Zin in. Fly runway heading clear for takeoff. 16 right from Mako 750. Graham saying my jet car co-owner has the Citation X now, but I'll fly the X on a Falcon 50 Treep. Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, that's the thing. Jet car still isn't smart enough to tell the difference, but you can't go wrong with either of those two planes, man. The Falcon 50 is up there with the Citation 10 for me, man. It's just an absolute pleasure and joy to fly. All right, and speaking of pleasure, here we go, boys and girls. We're going to line her up. We're going to get our strobe light on. Landing light on. We're going to get our pitot heat on. Let's go ahead and start the clock. Clock is ticking, boys and girls. I should have checked flight controls before, but we're good. You guys ready? I'm not. We're going to set runway heading on the bug. And that's it. That's it. Let's go. Okay, engine stabilizing. Let's go into takeoff thrust. And then pay attention to the glare shield. We should see some vibrations and shaking.
Airspeed alive.
There we go. You can see that.
17 knots, cross check.
Yep, check. Ooh, she's a rocket ship, boys and girls.
V1. Rotate.
Let's bring her up. Gear up.
Rate.
Look at that, dude. Look at that beast. Okay, bring the nose down. We don't want to go supersonic here.
Mako 750, contact departure.
Over to departure for Mako 750. Departure Mako 750, crossing 2,500 for 4,000 runway heading. Clean the flaps.
Mako 750, departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 10,000, turn right, heading 205, direct hard up when able, then on navigation.
All right, right turn heading 205, climb and maintain 10,000, direct hair up when able, resume on nav for Mako 750. I've been watching too much Ted Lasso. Remember, what's that guy's name? Redbeard? He's always like, come on, baby. Okay, so we're going to enable the auto throttle now. We're going to go ahead and turn it on. FMS, let it do its thing.
Alaska 180, contact Seattle Center.
Let's go direct hair.
5.1.
Let's go nav, flight level change,
Have a good evening.
autopilot.
Alaska 180.
Hands off the controls. Autopilot's got the bird. Get our weather radar on.
Alaska 14.
MFD weather.
Left, heading 135. Descend and maintain 4,000.
Oh, I love that I can lower comms now through my stream deck. That helps so much. Okay, after takeoff checklist, gear up, no green, flaps up, engine sync turbine for an N2. We're gonna check our cabin pressurization here. We do have a climb. Looking good. APU is off. Temperature's looking good. Aircraft is behaving how it should. And you can hear those notches, by the way, on the throttles as they are automatically setting themselves up to climb or max continuous thrust or takeoff, whatever. So very, very nice. Again, subtle differences. It still feels like that Citation 10 that we all know and love, but just a little bit better. And that's the thing, guys. It's a free update. You can't beat that. They're not asking you to pay for a couple of cups of coffee. I know. I'm going to stir the pot with that one. All right, hold on. I got to set the stream deck as default because this one keeps changing on me. There we go. Now we're good. Climb and maintain 14,000 for Mako 750. 14,000 set. Let's go flight level change because I went to capture.
10,000.
10,000 verified. Landing lights off. And then we're not going to accelerate beyond 250 because again...
The use of approved electronic devices is now permitted in flight mode. Cabin service will begin shortly, so please sit tight and try not to create any unnecessary chaos. Thank you for flying with TFSC Executive.
I love that. I love that they recognize our airline, man. Again, guys, I'm going to plug it in here. TFSC Executive, that Flight Sim Channels, Executive Air Charter Service. We are on JetCart. Got 8 pilots. We got 11 airplanes. We got a BBJ, 2 Citation 10s, and we've just acquired Long Beach. Or just, I shouldn't say acquired. I don't own that airport, but we have established operations on the West Coast. So we're out of Sanford, just north of Orlando International, and now we're in Long Beach. So if you're looking to be a West Coast guy or gal, and you want to fly with us and not have to worry about managing a fleet and paying bills and all that, just come fly with us. Oh, that was for me. Nope.
Kenmore 2360.
Coming up on 14,000. Come on.
Giant 9080, contact.
I'm going to keep climbing. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. Because they just give you incremental step-ups anyways.
Thanks.
I'm going to set 390. Screw it. They can yell at me all they want.
Southwest 1801, 9 miles from Trellon, turn right, heading 015, descend and maintain 4,000 until established on a localizer, cleared ILS runway 34 left approach.
By the way, I love the latest Say Intentions voice updates. My God, they sound real, guys. You don't get that beyond ATC robotic voice or AI. It's just so good.
Climb and maintain flight level 240.
Climb and maintain flight level 240, baby. Mako 750. Any Ted Lasso fans out there? Come on. Brandon, yeah, man. Flacco saying 7 pilots and 1 idiot that leaves gear pins on during flight. That's me. Yeah, that was funny. I watched that stream afterwards and I was laughing. I'm like, oh, man. So, Flacco, don't feel bad, bro. I was flying the Skyward, the Sovereign, and I went to taxi and I was taking off from the Bahamas. And I'm holding short, and I'm just bored. And I'm like, let me look at the plane on the outside. The whole time, my GPU door was open. And I'm like, oh, that would have been bad. Brandon's saying the owner's pretty cool.
Standard.
Going standard on all 3 altimeters. Flight level 180, baby. All right, we can turn off our passenger seatbelt signs. Go to passenger seat or safety. Keep that on. And let's see what kind of winds we're getting. Ah, headwind of 42 knots. F you, man. Come on. Come on, man. Jacob Smith, what you like better, say intentions or BITC? I can't make up my mind, dude. Say intentions all day. Now, before anybody jumps to conclusions, I always say this in my live streams. No, we are not in any way, shape, or form affiliated with Say Intentions, as in they don't provide to us the services for free. They don't sponsor us. We paid for the membership. And by we, I mean myself and Flaco. Captain Flaco is the co-founder. He's the founder of the channel. But yeah, both of us pay for our subscriptions on a monthly basis. We're both partners because we pay for that privilege with Say Intentions. And I got to tell you, dude, we started with Beyond ATC about a year and a half ago. We were like, oh my God, AI ATC is the way. And when we discovered Say Intentions, or somebody recommended to us, we haven't gone back. I tried out Beyond ATC about a month and a half ago, dude, and it was so disappointing. They still can't understand when you're reading back instructions. They correct you. It's stupid, man. I'm just tired of dealing with it, to be honest. Hold on, give me a second, guys. Contacting Seattle Center 120.3 for Mako 750. Seattle Center, Mako 750, climbing flight level 228 for 240.
Mako 750, Seattle Center. Good evening. Climb and maintain flight level 320.
Climb and maintain flight level 320 for Mako 750. But yeah, dude, for me, Say Intentions just has this whole ecosystem. Like, check this out. I'm going to talk to my cabin crew right now and tell them that I want to prepare the cabin for beverages and meals. So check it out. Flight attendant, we have now passed our transition altitude. Passengers' seatbelt signs are off. Passengers are free to move about the cabin. You can serve drinks and snacks. And just listen.
Understood, Captain. I'll start the service now.
3688. Continue climb flight level 320.
Climbing flight level 320, SkyWest 3688.
Jacob is asking,
Ladies
does it
and
run?
gentlemen, the seatbelt sign has been turned off. You are now free to move about the cabin. We will begin serving drinks and snacks shortly. Thank you for your patience.
You see that, Jacob? That's all Say Intentions. Does it run the same plugin that you know of? Like, you have to put the files in the community folder? I had a difficult time with BLTC. No, dude. This is all an installer. So you download it, install it, and now it has like its own update system inside the app. Once you run it, that's it. Now, I believe you do have to have, yeah, like Brandon's saying, Say Intentions is not even close. Beyond ATC is behind. Great service, don't get me wrong, especially if you're looking to practice, but Say Intentions just takes you that much further into realism, right? And I'm a private pilot. I'm currently doing instrument training. This software has really helped me fine-tune my IFR skills, practicing the terminology, how to talk to air traffic control, and Beyond ATC is nowhere near close, man. Trust me. But yeah, you just have to install it, run it, and that's it. But what I wanted to tell you is for the traffic injector, you do have to have, I believe, the FSLTL freeware traffic injection, the models at least. So download the fly-by-wire app and download and install the base model packages. It's going to take a while, but that's going to automatically drop all of the AI aircraft models into your community folder. And then all you have to do is run Say Intentions, configure your settings. There is a lot of settings in there. You have to take your time. But once you got it set up, dude, it's amazing. Your airport comes to life. You can hear real people using the service around you if you enable Skynet. It's just, I can speak endlessly about it. Oh, and it also allows you to hand off between controllers in VATSIM. So let's say you take off right now out of Seattle. You're talking to a VATSIM real-life person.
Captain,
all of a sudden,
drinks and snacks are being served now. All passengers are settled and moving about the cabin without issue.
All right, thanks for the update. Keep the great work. Let's get this safe flight taken care of on our way to San Francisco.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now serving drinks and snacks. Please enjoy your refreshments and let us know if you need anything. Thank you for flying with us.
Okay, so I'm going to have to set another volume control for my Stream Deck just to lower the volume of the flight attendant because it gets a little annoying sometimes. And one more question. Say Intentions has VFR or has to use in tandem with SimBrief? No, you can legit do VFR. Just last week, I was practicing VFR flying just for fun. And yes, you can file a VFR flight plan through the pilot portal. That's what it's called. And when you load up into the sim and you load up Say Intentions, it knows that you filed a VFR flight plan. So all the terminology is correct. Now, is it perfect? Absolutely not. I still get some dumb stuff here and there. Sometimes the tell me to descend too early, sometimes to descend too late. But for the most part, it's been very consistent. Vectors to final have been great in my experience. So I can't complain, man. And again, we're not paid by Say Intentions. We're not promoters of theirs in that regard. Hell, they gave us an affiliate link that we're supposed to be sharing with you guys, and we forget because we don't care about the money. I don't care about that, seriously. I just care about spreading the word about what the best options are out there for us as simmers, and Say Intentions will take my money for the rest of my life. Climb and maintain flight level 390 for Mako 750. And then check this out. I'm going to hand it off to my virtual co-pilot now, because I want him to handle communications so that I don't have to talk anymore. Co-pilot Captain Gonzo over here. How do you hear me?
Loud and clear, Captain Gonzo. All systems go on my end.
Thank you very much for that, sir. Can you handle communications from now on?
Sure thing, Captain Gonzo. I'll handle the radios from now on.
Thank you, sir. I'm going to go ahead and put you in for a pay raise, all right?
Thanks, Captain Gonzo. I'll take care of the radios from here on out.
It's $20 a month for Beyond ATC. Oh, so they're doing the subscription thing too now? Are you serious? I didn't know that. I thought you just paid for the credits. Okay, so let's cover one of the features here. I still don't know how to really read this. Like, I don't know what EDR means, but look at this. It's giving you a chart of your, I guess your, what do you call it? Telemetry. So you can see your turbulence levels so far, what you've experienced throughout your flight. So we've barely had any wobbles in our flight, but if we encounter some chops or some moderate or severe extreme turbulence, you'll see it here and you'll hear it on the airplane, okay? So that's one thing that's pretty cool. The map is pretty straightforward. Now you can actually see your flight plan, your route. You can see, I think that's the color grading is your altitude, I want to say. Maybe altitude or airspeed, I'm not 100% sure, but again, very cool. Very simple to understand. You can see where you're at in the world, your waypoints. It's freaking awesome, dude. And this is what I've always preached about FlightFX. It's that they don't give you a bloated EFB. You get exactly what you need, and that's it. And that's what I love about it. I can go to my config here. Look, change your throttle cues. Turbulence effects, you can disable them if you don't like them. GPWS, this is a big one that people were complaining about on Discord. Ground proximity warning system. So that's the terrain, pull up. That was not present on the version 1 or the predecessor of the Citation 10. Well, Nico at FlightFX and his team listen to the complaints. I read the chat every day and people are just crying about everything. They listened and said, all right, and here we go. We've got GPWS now available, so it is pretty awesome. Brandon saying 1895 for Say Intentions. There you go. It's a no-brainer. Gramps, the new map is pretty dope, to be honest. Yeah, bro. It is great, man. I'm loving it. Again, everything here is awesome. I like to fly with the CRT, or cathode ray tube displays, because they're old school. And you can kind of, you don't really see it anymore. You can kind of see the curvature there of the cathode ray tube displays. I love it. All right, we're coming up on our cruise altitude, flight level 390. Copy that, Gramps. Have a blast, brother. Let me know what you experienced so far. And if you see something that I'm not mentioning, please bring it to my attention. I want to make sure that we're all on the same page here so that our viewers, especially those who have never purchased the Citation 10 from FlightFX, so that you guys can make a good, informed decision. But guys, I've been saying it for the past year. The FlightFX Citation 10 is the definitive best business jet add-on for flight sim history, period. Flight simulator. I know on X-Plane we've got the Hot Start Challenger 650, which is insanity in terms of realism and whatnot. But for flight sim, I think this is that go-to airplane. Now, Skyward Simulations has the Sovereign Plus, the 680 Plus. I like it, don't get me wrong, but there's something about the Citation 10 that I'm drawn to much more.
Dear
And again,
guests, we will now begin our snack and beverage service. Today, we have some delightful options, including our signature Dutch cheese and a selection of fine wines. After the service, selected items from the TFSC Executive Shop will be available for purchase. Thank you for flying with us.
I'll drink to that. But yeah, the Citation 10 is an absolute just dream of mine personally. Is one of my favorite airplanes ever. And getting to fly it in the sim is an absolute joy. I'll never get tired of it, never get bored of it. It's that go-to airplane. Brandon is saying less if you pay for 6 months or a year at a time. Yeah, I think that's what I've been doing. I got to check. I don't know if I've got the monthly billing. I just have a credit card. I just set it to automatically charge it, and I don't even think about it. And the reason being, because of the value that I'm getting out of paying that price a month. I get a full ecosystem that is constantly getting updated. Guys, every Friday, we get emails from Brian. He's the CEO of the software of the company. And every Friday, there's a new update, and it is fantastic. Haven't flown a BizJet in like 2 weeks, lol. Rusty AF. You know how to pin charts in the Navigraph page? Is that possible? Ooh, let's find out. Let's go to Navigraph. There we go. Now we're seeing our destination and origin. Let's go to destination. I don't think we can, Gramps. I think it's still like the old version. You really can't pin it. So I think we're stuck with whatever we're looking at each time, unless there's a way to do it. But yeah, like if I right click, no. Yeah, there's no way to pin it, bro. Deadeye. I need a good Cessna pay where I'm looking at the Carenado 182 Quebec and other good ones for a 172 guy. Okay, so Carenado, great company for what they offer in terms of price point. No, they're not study level. No, they're not like one-to-one replicas. If you're looking for a Cessna payware right now that I can think of, Carenado's the only one doing it for piston engine aircraft, right? But if you're looking for a company that is going to give you general aviation aircraft, that is going to blow your mind, Black Square is our other go-to. The Rockwell Commander that I just did a full flight tutorial for a couple of weeks ago. The Bonanza Professional, the Caravan Professional. You literally can't get better than that. Some people say the A2A Comanche is the best GA add-on. I have it. I'm an owner, and I love it. But I don't feel the love or the appeal that I have with the Black Square aircraft. However, the Carenado 182, the 210, they're phenomenal planes just to have fun, do some VFR sightseeing, and just have a blast. So, yes, if that's what you're looking for, that's going to be your best choice. It's pretty fast. I have my star pulled up and the approach I'm doing basically in my memory. Nice. Oh, okay, Deadeye saying I don't need a Black Square level. Okay. Okay, so then yeah. So if you don't need that level of detail and you already have the Turbine Duke, then just go for the Carenado. I think it's just the right amount of detail, complexity, and you can use your GTN 750. You can use the 750 from TDS, or use the default title, whatchamacallit, GPSs. Okay, so yeah, something high wing definitely will be Carenado, brother. That'll be the best. Or, because you're saying high wing, even though this is not really the same category, the SimWorks Studios Kodiak 100 is an absolute must-have. That plane is a blast. Has so many variants, so many options available. So, yeah, Gramps, same here, brother. We've got the 210. We actually did a video for the 210 last year when it came out. Carenado liked this so much that they published it on their Facebook. And in full transparency, they've been giving us their latest aircraft for us to try out and to showcase for free. And they haven't really demanded anything. They're just like, here, try it. Let us know what you think. And so I've yet to get on the Dornier 228. I tried it a couple of weeks ago, but the sim crashed, so I got to revisit that. But yeah, the T-34, the King Air 200, and the Dornier 228 are the latest ones that we received. Max, how is this citation? Dude, it's excellent. I don't know what else to say, man. It's just phenomenal. You guys want to tour the cabin? Let's do that in a second. Let me catch up with that chat. How's the Caravan Professional? Worth buying over the free one? Dude, night and day. Night and day. Yeah, you don't have the G1000, but who cares? You're flying a accurate, full fidelity Caravan, and it feels realistic, man. Q-Dog. Hey, everyone. Flying the V2 right now. Hell yeah, brother. Kill it. Jason Cardona. A2A is coming out with a study level 172 later this year. Yeah, that's from back in the day. They used to have that study level 172. And me, I have over 90 hours, 100 hours on the Cessna 172 in real life. That's what I'm looking for. When I want to do some cross-country practices at home, that's exactly what I need. I like the Skymaster from Coronado. Yeah, the Skymaster is a fun one too. That push-pull configuration. 228 is nice, says Tramps. King Bobs, hello, my friend. Welcome back. Good to see you. The best GA add-on is the WSIM 152. Learn that and how to fly without fancy GPS. Think VOR nav and you will be golden. Yeah. So I had the WSIM 172 for Flight Sim 2020, and I love how they took the flight model and they took the basic model from Flight Sim and they updated it to make it more realistic. So yeah, great option. Max saying, I wish there was a trial option because I'm really picky about the aircraft and their avionics. Yeah, man. I get it. You know, look, again, as far as software stuff goes behind the scenes here, guys, yes, we're a YouTube channel. We're content creators. We get hardware. The Moza AY210, blah, blah, blah. That gets sent to us for us to review and to use, for us to give our honest feedback. But in terms of airplanes, besides Coronado that have given us the last 3 releases, oh yeah, and the Baron, that's the other plane I forgot, the Baron 55. Every other aircraft that you see us fly that is payware, we've purchased with our own money. No questions asked. We don't go asking for them.
Or a snack, Captain?
Oh. Please bring me your finest Malbec, please. That's my flight
I'll bring you
attendant.
the finest Malbec now, Captain.
Cheers, mate. But yeah,
of course,
so
Captain. I'll have that Malbec for you shortly.
okay, shut up. Go get me my wine. I don't want to spend 33 euros just for me not to like it. I get you, man. That's why the best thing to do is go to YouTube, do your research, take your time. Don't feel like you have to be rushed to purchase an aircraft immediately when it releases, right? Because sometimes they are buggy. I'm talking to you, Synaptic, on the A220, but they're making it better. I'll get to that maybe next week. I'll go back and revisit it. But yeah, just hold off, do your research, look at what the common trends are with other flight simmers, YouTubers, and what they're saying, and then come up with your conclusion before you invest your hard-earned money, because that's what we all do. My wife still doesn't get it sometimes. She's like, you spent $80 on a virtual airplane? And I'm like, yeah, but I don't have to go spend $600 doing a 2-hour flight and the real thing, you know? So, Q-Dog, I wish the V2 had the charts app with ETE and stuff in it like the web version. My only complaint so far, and that is beyond minor. Yeah, I agree, though. And trust me, if we voice our opinions like that on the Discord for the FlightFX team, I guarantee you, sooner or later, they're going to address it. King Bob, trust us, Max, the Citation V2 is fantastic. Yes, sir. I'm rocking it right now, loving it. Well, I want to believe you, but me, who is struggling to find a job and as a result has only an extremely tight budget, it is hard to figure out if I will like it. I respect that, my friend. And I am impatient AF. Well, so am I. That's why when a plane releases, I do exactly the opposite of what I just recommended. But I'll give you an example. I finally purchased the Anybelt's L1011 2 days ago. And I was so excited for it. I flew it once, and I was like, this ain't for me, dog. And there goes $40. I think it was $48 after taxes. So I feel you. Again, in full transparency, we don't get planes given us for free, with the exception of Coronado, who has given us the latest 4 airplanes they've released. But everything else, we pay for it. I'll definitely keep an eye out, says Deadeye, for
Captain,
study level
here's your
172. Oh. Thank you, sir. The most finest of flight attendants. You are very, very good.
Of course, Captain.
Brandon saying you had me at version 1. Yeah, brother. Deadeye, you're also paying like 24 euros a month for Navigraph Insane
Ladies
Tensions.
and gentlemen,
Yep,
we are
that is correct.
cruising at a comfortable altitude. Please feel free to move about the cabin and enjoy the refreshments. Thank you for flying with us.
Okay, I'm going to have to make a change on my Stream Deck profile. I need to find a way to lower that volume. But yeah, I pay for the Navigraph subscription as well, so I can get the charts and the latest AirNav data, so that is a must. Max saying I bought the Rex Atmos doing almost no research, did not like it, and luckily I got a refund. Hey, at least you got your money back. I actually haven't been using Rex Atmos since Sim Update 6 came out, because I feel like the weather, the lighting looks fantastic. I mean, look at this. This is default. This is vanilla Flight Sim 2024. Look at that. I don't need any enhancements. And please, for the love of God, please, respectfully. I know, the clouds don't look perfect. Who cares? Who cares, guys? Who cares? Look at the lighting. Look at the topography below us. Look at the scene, man. Just enjoy it, guys. All right, that's my best advice. I don't need the clouds to be 100% accurate. They're clouds. They're fluffy. Sometimes they're gray, and that's all I care about. So, plus, Sim Update 6 definitely improved on the overall weather engine. You can see the haze in the distance. You can see storm systems building. I mean, it's been fantastic, man. Bram saying, remarkably good. Feels way better than the stock 172. Yeah. Flacco saying, that flight attendant looking for a raise. I don't know if it's in the budget. Nah, man. King Bob, so you're in the same boat, right? I haven't uninstalled Rex Atmos, to be completely honest, but I just don't even think about turning it on anymore because it's unnecessary. I've just been chilling in here, enjoying the scenes, the views, and I've been flying a lot on Jet Card from early morning to late afternoons, evenings, and dude, I haven't had to worry about how the sim looks at all. So I'm happy. Strata WX or Active Sky? Ooh, so I just saw that Strata Weather X is available, right? I'm not too familiar. I know Active Sky from back in the Flight Sim 2004 days, but again, I don't use either of those products, so I can't give you an honest opinion, given that I'm just naive to their the latest versions. All right, man. Let's go explore the cabin. By the way, I love this view on the Citation 10. Look at the avionics cooling fan. Oh, that's so cool. Just little details like that I'm a sucker for. Let's check in on our passengers. Let's see the cabin deck here. Everything looks the same. Oh, hand sanitizer. Hey, there's the wine. Cups here. So this is all the same. There we go. Fake ships. Chocolate bars. Are those blankets? What? Oh, flashlight. Water. Hold on, let me like do some finagling here. Nothing here. Had the divider wall there. Hello. Don't mind me, folks. Can I lower the shades? No, it looks like I still have to do it on my end over there on the main panel. That's fine. Hello, my lady. Hello, sir. Wow, that actually looks like somebody I know. That is creepy. Dude, what the hell? I might have to take a photo of this. Hold on. I'm going to take a photo of this guy because this looks like a guy that I know. I'm not going to say his name, but yeah, wow, that's scary. What are the odds? Ooh, she has an eye infection. Oh, no, it's just the lighting. Enjoying the views, ma'am? All right, well, excuse me, I got to use a lav. Hey, you guys know I don't like a plane without a lavatory service. Don't mind me, folks. Just enjoy your ride. Let's see, do we have toilet paper? Uh-oh. Ah. Flacco, if you're still here, man, I wish we had a window here like the Phenom 300. This is rather claustrophobic. Can I open the lav? No. No functioning lav. Okay, I'm going to go to Discord and complain. Unacceptable. I want my $30 back. I'm just kidding, guys. So yeah, everything back here feels about the same. It looks good. I mean, no complaints on my end. What do you think, guys? Oh, by the way, Max is saying another thing why I need to think about buying something is I need a GPU upgrade. My 4070 Super is just not enough. Really? I mean, yeah, I used to have a 4080 before I switched to the 5090, and the 4080 was great, but it definitely had its limits sometimes with the sim. So I get you, brother. What? No pizza in the cabin, says King's Bob. Oh, you know what? Let's fix that right now, sir. Good catch, my friend. Let's open up the trays. And let's go serve some snacks. Config. Let's go to... Is it state? No. Cabin. There we go. No dude wipes. And he needs some lotion. Where's the pizza, bro? What happened to the pizza? Is it back here? Uh-oh. Oh no. Looks like we're going to the Discord to FlightFX and complain. I can't serve my passengers. Alright. Let's try a plate of dinner. No? Interesting. That used to work. Oh well. No snacks for anybody. I guess they're just, they didn't pay the membership for included snacks. Well. Yeah, Flacco, you know I can't live without my dual wipes, brother. That's a must. Max saying, yep, especially with sceneries, I play at 1440p. I mean, yeah, man, 1440 still looks great. My previous monitor, before I switched to a native 4K display, was a 1440, and it looked phenomenal, man. So you can still wiggle out your textures and your settings. Gramps is saying, I have a 4070, and it is fine, but I have 64 gigs of RAM, which made a huge difference. Yes, that is true. RAM is the way to go as well. Also remember, guys, Flight Sim is still very CPU bottlenecked, even though they promised early on in release that they were going to do multi-core, support. I still think that is in the works. Don't know when it's going to fully be functioning. But yeah, once we get multi-core support, that would be amazing. Or multi-thread. Can't max everything, but auto FPS smooths it out a ton. Yeah, I've never tried auto FPS. A lot of people recommend it, but not to sound snobby or bougie, but I just haven't had a need to use it. Maybe in VR I'll make use of it. Uh-oh, uninstall F4 rage quit. Yep, no pizza, no snacks. I'm gonna delete the airplane. All right, guys, don't buy it. Just kidding. I love you, FlightFX. You guys are amazing. Max, I hate using third-party apps all the time. I already have 4 monitors, and I use Navigraph charts and other apps for Flight Sim 2024. It is just not enough. I mean, I get you, but do you really need to have all apps open at the same time? I've got 2 displays right now. I've got my main monitor that I'm looking at, and then when you see me looking right, I'm looking at my Streamlabs overlay. I'm looking at my chat just to see what everybody's saying, and that's all I need. And then I just alt-tab between my windows. And I mean, I get it. Everybody has their style and stuff, but I just don't find a need to have everything open to where I need to see it immediately, you know? Like say intentions, I run it in the background, I listen to what they're saying, and I communicate, and that's it. Navigraph, I don't have it open. If anything, because I fly in real world, I use ForFlight. I pay like $300 a year for that. So if I want to verify my charts up hand, I just grab my phone or my iPad. What else can we look at? Oh, hold on. Let's go outside. Yeah, we finally got that wing flex. She looking good. Get a little pan shot here. And the texture quality on the airplane is very, very good, man. And look below me, guys. Look at that haze that I was talking about. All right, let's come over to the wing. See if we can get a better view of that wing flex in action. And again, guys, this is Sim Update 6, of course. Native now to the Sim. No Rex Atmos, no Active Sky, no Strata Weather, nothing. Just vanilla Flight Sim 2024. We're showcasing the Citation X version 2 update. Just came out this afternoon, and we are loving it. Ain't she purty? Well, a little bit of stuttering there. That was interesting. There you go. You can see that curvature, nice and subtle. I love how they've also updated the heat blur effect, not just from FlightFX, but the sim in general. Looks really good. Look at that, man. That's just beautiful. All right, let's go over here to the side. That's a good view there, just watching the sun come down. Max saying the browser for VATS and radar and Navigraph for charge Discord and the game. Ah, okay, I see. So yeah, you got a lot of stuff happening. Roger P26, I just bought this plane and I'm struggling with the flight director and auto throttle. Any tips? Well, give me some more specifics. What exactly are you struggling with? Is it VNAV? Is it your auto throttle just not performing how it should? Because I can give you a quick rundown. Let me just continue with the chat, and I'll come back to you, Roger, okay? King Bob saying 9800 X3D and 5090 here, getting close to base 60 frames per second at some airports with airliners. If I could get 60 FPS at that on Newark, EGL, JFK, I'd be very happy. Really? So, King, you and I have some similar setups. I've got a 7950 X3D, so an older one. 5090, 64 gigs of RAM, and I'm capped at 72 frames per second everywhere. Newark, LaGuardia, JFK, with the Phoenix, any builds, I'm capped at 72 and it runs flawlessly, man. And I've got everything on Ultra. I'm using 2X on the DLSS frame gen. That seems to work the best for me. 3X and 4X just gets a little weird. But yeah, man, it definitely runs smooth for me. I don't have any issues in any of those congested airports. Which I'm glad, right? Because when I bought that 5090 last year, I was nervous. I'm like, what if the sim still runs, you know, okay-ish? But no, man, it's doing its job. And even in VR. Okay, Roger, you ready for a quick little tutorial? Let's go ahead and jump inside real quick, and I'll see if I can explain this. Okay, so you got your auto throttle right here, right? ATS. So the first thing you want to do, and again, I apologize if this comes off as maybe condescending or maybe you know the basics. Just stop me at any time and just ask me the specifics if you want me to clarify. So you've got the auto throttle system, ATS. First thing you want to do is make sure that you've enabled it, right, to ATS. Turn it on. You've got two modes, FMS or manual. So that inner knob with the dot, it's telling the auto throttle, hey, I want you to follow whatever's programmed into the FMS. Well, how do we verify that? You go to your CDU, you go to your performance, and let's go right now, for example, to cruise, because we're here cruising. You can see that the speed command is set to managed mode. Let's say I want to slow down, though. I want to save some gas. Well, all we have to do is type in /, let's say Mach 0.88. And now, look what happens. Because we're in FMS, our airspeed is now decreasing to find Mach 0.88. You can hear the throttles winding down. You can see N1 is a little bit low now, a little bit lower. But let's say now I'm like, you know what? This ain't good enough. I want to go back up to max speed. I'm going to do Mach 9. Let's go Mach 9.1. That was comfortable. Now watch. N1 is climbing. You can hear the throttles moving on their own. And look at that. Now, you'll see me use this on the descent. If I want to manually manipulate that speed, again, make sure you still have the ATS auto throttle system engaged. Click here to switch it to man for manual. And then using this conical knob, you select what airspeed you want the auto throttles to find. So again, FMS is managed based on what your performance settings are on the MCDU. And manual is for your manual inputs. So you can adjust it. This is going to be crucial for your final approach, so you can configure your aircraft to the correct VAP or V approach speed and your VREF, which is your landing speed. Okay, so I hope that covers that. Very simple. Now let's move on. So on the autopilot, my friend, what we have here is called the FGC, the Flight Guidance Controller, Flight Guidance Computer, whatever the specific it is, I don't know. I just call it the FGC. So right now the basics are autopilot, right? You're enabling the autopilot and your yaw damper. Your yaw damper is crucial once your wheel's up and you've departed. Make sure you have that on, as it maintains or it mitigates a lot of that tendency of the aircraft to have the Dutchman's roll, blah, 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 blah. So yaw damper, autopilot on, that's just set you up. Now, you've got a lot of modes here, right? Well, we have to look at a few things first. Let's look at the PFD here, primary flight display. On top, you can see we have LNAV enabled. And you can see that we have FMS that is the magenta letters here, what that's telling the flight guidance computer is that, hey, I want you to follow the route that we've programmed, that we did earlier on when we were at Paine Field. And by doing so, or to get it to follow that route, you have to be in nav. But what happens is, if I switch from FMS by clicking this button and I hit nav, like when we set up for the ILS, you're going to see me do that here in just a few. Now you're telling the aircraft's flight guidance controller, hey, I want you to follow a ground-based localizer in glide slope, right, which we're going to use for an ILS. Now, that's going to make more sense once we get to the descent, but again, verify that you have the FMS, make sure you have your route configured properly, and then when I take off, the first thing I do is I establish that positive rate of climb. Let's say ATC gives you vectors, so they'll tell you, hey, turn heading 035, whatever. I'll use the heading knob here, the cheat knob, set the heading bug, and then I engage using heading. And then if I want to climb at a specific speed, I press the FLC, which is the flight level change. And what that's going to do for you is maintain a specific speed throughout your climb versus going to vertical speed, where vertical speed, you tell the aircraft, I want you to climb consistently at 3,000 feet a minute. Well, that could be dangerous because you can get distracted. The aircraft's going to continue to pitch up looking for that vertical speed, but your airspeed's going to be bleeding off as you continue to climb, okay? So let me just look at the chat real quick, make sure that I haven't lost anybody there with that. Max is saying DLSS would be the best if MSFS would support a shutoff for displays. DLSS is ruining displays. See, I haven't had that issue anymore. I used to have some ghosting with certain airplanes, but not as much, man. Gramps saying, I might need to update all my NVIDIA and clear cache since Sim Update 6. I haven't updated my drivers in months because I've been seeing nothing but issues with the latest drivers, so I've been kind of scared. But yeah, that's for the 5090. I don't know for the older parts if that's going to be beneficial. But yeah, King Bob's making a great point, Roger. Make sure on the EFB, let's go here, go to config. Let's go to systems. Make sure you have enable auto throttle module enabled, right? Which I'm assuming you do. Oh, Roger. Okay, I see. Okay, so that makes sense. Yeah, so you were pressing this right here. I believe that's the toga button. Or is that the auto throttle disconnect? I can't remember. Yeah, so that's, yeah, exactly. That's the problem. You want to make sure your auto throttle is enabled, and then you want to turn it on here, man. Max saying DCS has an option to disable DLSS for MFDs, even though in the files only. Why not MSFS? Then I would love to use it for extra performance. I want to see my altitude while climbing, which is important for VATSIM, but I cannot see anything when it's blurry, so I cannot give through my flight level. Ah, okay. I got you, man. Yeah, dude, DCS, man, DCS is such a beautiful, beautiful graphics engine. I used to play Lock On Modern Air Combat, which is the OG DCS World, you know, before they became DCS World, and seeing the evolution of that graphics engine and how smooth it runs nowadays, even in VR, man, it's fantastic. I wish, just like you said, that Flight Simulator could do that, but keep in mind, man, we're talking about a simulator that only generates certain sections of the world at a given time and specific jets or helos versus a simulator like Flight Simulator where you have the entire globe rendered 3D, simultaneously loading data as you're flying, plus the aircraft that you're flying. And so it's a very different system altogether. Brandon saying, I've had instructors at Flight Safety not be able to explain the auto throttle as well as you did. Really? That's scary, dude. That's pretty scary, actually, if they're at Flight Safety. But yeah, in layman's terms, guys, if anybody's out there watching and you don't understand what an auto throttle is, if you're new to flight simming, the auto throttle, it's like cruise control on an airplane, right? You're telling the airplane, I want you to manage the power, right, your gas pedal, to maintain a specific speed, which is exactly what we're doing. Now, the funny thing is, not all business jets in the world have auto throttles. The more modern ones, absolutely, but older airplanes like the Citation 10, like the one we're flying right now, this is an option that customers have to pay for sometimes because not all of them come with it. So it just reduces the workload for pilots, man, and it just makes life easier. Roger saying, got it. Thank you. Hey, absolutely, my friend. That's why I'm here. We're glad to help. And I'm actually thinking about redoing the tutorial for this airplane now that we've got version 2, just to recap and pick up on a lot of mistakes that I saw when I watched my old tutorial. Flacco saying Gonzo is a beast. Thanks, bro. Max, I understand, although games still need to render the displays, and so it should be able to disable DLSS for displays and use DLSS only for the environment. That's a fair point. That is a very fair point, my friend, and I have no counter argument against that. But my only thing is that I don't understand programming. I don't understand how DLSS even really works behind the scenes, and I don't understand how the sim could split that. But maybe it's easier than we think, because again, DCS does it, so who knows, man? Maybe in the future we'll see something. Oh, you know what I forgot, guys? Okay, hold on. Roger, following, looking forward to that video. Yes, sir. I'll definitely be working on that in the next coming weeks. Lamb the Junior, am I saying that right? Yo, can you show what exactly is new? Is it just quality of life improvements? Absolutely, my friend. So let's go ahead and take a look. So I kind of showcased this earlier. Everything inside here in the cockpit, it's pretty much the same, right? Everything feels the same, functions the same. One of the items on the changelog that they talked about was how the McDo now has certain features and certain functions that maybe were not a thing back in the day. I haven't really found too many, with the exception of bottom of descent altitude that wouldn't even work before. Now it automatically calculates your bottom of descent to the lowest altitude, and you can see it right here, showing an estimated time en route when we begin our top of descent of 26 minutes. So that's one feature. Again, everything in here is pretty much identical. The auto throttle logic is another thing that they've improved based on what FlightFX has released. You can now hear those throttles moving in and out of those detents, those notches, which is something that was not there previously. And I feel like it's a lot smoother now. Look, you heard that? Little click. Okay, the EFB. Let's go check that out. So, Junior, if you're still with me, my friend. So this is the VAMS, right? Virtual Aircraft Management System. That's what FlightFX calls their EFB. Everything here is pretty similar. They do have some new layouts, but check it out. You can see your turbulence real time, what's happening, flight data, time, date, etc. And you can see that they've updated the apps. So now your weights are about the same, just a little different, but now you have a dedicated sim brief page. All you got to do is find your latest sim brief flight plan. There it is, Paine Field to San Francisco, and check it out. You can go through your entire flight plan here and just confer with your specifics. And I love how they broke it down and they dumbed it down. I hate reading through OFPs myself, although if you want to do that, you can, but this makes it so much easier. And again, this just breaks it down for you. Let's see what else. Yeah, the Navigraph section is a little bit better. Now you get your origin and your destination automatically populated, so you don't have to type in and search for it anymore. It just automatically synchronizes to the aircraft and your route of flight. You also get LIDO charts if that's something that you prefer. If you don't like the FAA charts, you can always use the LIDO or LIDO charts. I'm an FAA guy, so that's what I'm going to use. And then your ground is the same thing that you used to find on the previous version. Other than that, there are some subtle changes. Again, you've got wing flex now. Let's go outside and see if we can spot that. So it's hard to tell here, but you'll definitely see it when we're on approach and the airplane is going through turbulence and, you know, got more drag. You'll see the wings fluttering. And I'll make sure to do a replay for the landing so we can see it from the wing view, we can see it from the outside, and you guys can experience those changes firsthand with me. But yeah, the modeling definitely looks and still feels great, but they definitely improved on the textures just a bit because, I mean, the level of clarity, look at this. Even zooming in, look at those scratches and dirt and water and oh, look at that. Very, very nicely defined fairings. You can see all the torque head bolts there. Flacco, remember, we used to strip those at Embraer on the Phenoms. But yeah, look at the detail. Look at the inlet nacelles, by the way. Look at all the scratches and the imperfections. It's just overall beautiful, man. Like I said, they really did a good job here. Max saying, anyways, got to go. 3:41 a.m. here in Germany. Nice talking to you. Hey, Max, thank you for being here, my friend. Have a good morning, good evening, and get some good sleep, my friend. All right, take care. Is it just me, or does the cockpit look better with V2 sharper, maybe? Yeah, I think it does, my friend. Yeah, King Bob, look at those engines. Who says bigger isn't better? Yeah, dude. To think that these are the same engines that are on the Embraer ERJ family, the ERJ 145. And then Cessna was like, nah, we're going to put it on a business jet. Hold up, I pressed the wrong button. Whew, I got scared. I thought I pressed something on my flight controls. It sucks that they don't have this upgrade for their 2020. My PC doesn't run 2024 too well. This is my favorite aircraft, both detail and the flying. Oh, dude, I'm sorry to hear that. I thought they were going to update it for 2020, but I think slowly a lot of developers are going to move away from Flight Sim 2020 just because it's 6 years old now, right? And a lot of people have migrated over to 2024, but I get you, brother. By the way, look at this. Speaking of Sim Update 6, look at this weather. Holy smokes, that is badass. Look at this, man. Come on, man. Hold on, let me pick up comms. I know our top at descent's coming up.
Jazz 767, Seattle Center. Good evening.
By the way, another cool thing with Say Intentions, again, just going back to plug in Say Intentions, if you just tuned in, no, we're not paid by them, we're not sponsored, blah, blah, blah. I have their Pocket Sky app, so when I'm downstairs eating dinner and I've got a long flight going, I can check in on what my co-pilot is talking to with communications-wise. I can check the status of my flight, and right now, 8 minutes ago, Say Intentions app notified me, hey, your top of descent is coming up in about 20 minutes. So, in other words, get ready. You're about to descend. King Bobs, do you have a Discord? Yeah, I do, man. I just don't use it. I only use it for business stuff, really. Like Captain Flacco and I, we were just in a meeting a couple hours ago. And so that's what we really use it for. We don't really interact with too many people here and there. And I suck. I suck at social media, bro. Believe it or not. I don't check messages or nothing like that. But we do have a channel that we rarely get on because we don't do group flights as often. But yeah, we do have one. It's just an Airbus, you know. Well, it's a Bombardier, but Airbus bought it, and so it's just I get bored flying it, man. But it is a beautiful airplane, something unique and refreshing. So I can't argue against that. All right, guys, I think it's time to go ahead and start configuring ourselves for our approach. Let's go to flight plan. I've got altitude constraints. So here we go. There's Malbec. That's our transition into our standard terminal arrival into San Francisco. I have to cross it at 280 knots at or above flight level 290. Joanne, 280 at or below 28,000 at or above 24,000. Bigelow, blah, blah, blah. So we have altitude constraints. They're all there. Looks like we're going to terminate that arrival at Bricks, and there's a circle over it, right over the airfield, and we have to cross it at 11,000. So we're going to cross over the airfield, and we're going to keep going outbound on a heading of 140 until we get vectors for the approach. Looking good. And let's look at our approach, which was 28 left. Yep, 28 left. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up approach. Here we go. So you know what, guys? Give me a few moments. I'm going to make a quick pit stop, and I'll come back, and we'll pick back up briefing the approach. Just give me about 5 minutes tops, guys. And yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, guys? For now, I'm going to leave the airplane outside, or the view. Let's find a good camera angle. Oh, my God. This looks so good, man. I wish I could record every flight, man. It would make life easier for full-length videos. All right, guys. Be right back, all right? Hang tight. And we're back, guys. Sorry about that. Had to step away for a few moments. Let's see. King Bob saying, I'm digging the V3 voice and saying tensions and all the new goodies like the FO callouts. GSX integration works nicely also, but GSX is GSX, love it or hate it. Yeah, I feel you. Flacco, Gonzo, technically our streams are recorded on the tube and we can download them. Yeah, it's just the fact that, you know, we're in the picture. You know, if we want to do a cinematic video, you know, we're showing ourselves now, so it's kind of tricky to get rid of that. By the way, I'm slacking, guys. Hold up. I need to do my my stream flight overlay. You guys want to see that so you guys can see exactly where we're at? Hold on. Let's go here. See if I can find it. Go to utilities. Your stream froze, really? Okay, let's see if this works. There we go. I was slacking. All right, let's go inside. Okay, it's fixed now? Okay, man. Good to know. Where's our top at descent? So there we go. We're coming up on our top at descent. It's after tacos. We're still good. Had to restart YouTube? Yeah, it happens every now and then, man. All right. All right, folks. Well, what I like to do is to set up for my descent, I'll first go into the MFD setup. I'll select vertical profile. That is the VSD, vertical situation display, like we find in Boeing aircraft. And it really helps you visualize exactly where you're at with relation to your altitude constraints. You can see top of descent coming up rather quickly. Let me check in with ATC. They haven't said anything yet about descending. I'm going to bring up comms a little bit. And then, I don't know. Let's look at our approach plate now so we can brief it.
Alaska 758 out of flight level 210.
All right, San Francisco, 28 left, ILS, famous, right, over the water, over the bridge. 8 is 113.7. We got 3 frequencies there. I'm going to have to figure out which one's which. Localizer frequency 109.55. So let's do that here. Let's go to nav, tune, and we're going to set up 109.55. That's the localizer frequency. Final approach course 284. We'll remember to do that. Duyet is our final approach fix. That's where the glide slope intercept should happen at 1800. Decision altitude 213. Those are our minimums. So we're going to keep it in Barrow, and then we're going to set our minimums using this right here. Say 220. Airport elevation 13 feet. Touchdown zone elevation 13. On a missed approach, we'll climb to 4,000. Outbound on the San Francisco VOR radial 275 to Olem. Intersection, we're going to hold at 15.4 DME from the VOR. Continue climb and hold to 4,000. So there we go. I forget. I think I used Archie as my initial approach fix, so we'll see how that goes. And I'm going to set my NAV2 radio to 115.8. That's the San Francisco VOR. By the way, if you're not familiar, when you see an M next to your nav frequency, you can see the identifier there. The M just means manual, like you manually tuned it. There's our profile. So it looks like He-Man at 3100, Duyet at or above 1800. That's the Maltese Cross. Glide slope intercept. Again, minimums 213 or 200 above ground level. Missed approach briefed. And then our missed approach point to 1.9 DME from the ISFO or the localizer. This is going to give you your descent rate. And look at that glide slope, 2.85, slightly shallower than most normal approaches at 3 degrees. We'll probably be coming in between 100 to 120 knots on final. I'm going to say 605 feet a minute on the descent. And I'm okay with that brief, even though it's kind of half-assed. But we'll call it a day. All this right here, nah, I'm not going to bother. What else do I need? Radio 275. Okay, yeah, I'll see if I can remember to set that up. I'm going to set the bearing here to VOR2. And yeah, that should do it. I'll keep that just for reference. And hold on, I'm being a noob here. Let me synchronize my heading. I think we're configured, guys. We're configured. We're ready. I'm going to arm VNAV because I want to make sure that the aircraft follows that descent path that the VNAV has calculated once we reach the top of the descent. So it is armed. Nothing's going to happen because we're in altitude capture, so we're going to stay there for now. All right, heading out for an evening moose hunt. Wish us luck. Hope to catch the next stream. Hey, Alpha. Hey, stay safe out there, man. Hopefully you catch a big buck out there. But yeah, man, thank you for being here, and we'll see you very soon. Let's see where we're at. Yeah, so we still got... What does the stream say? 18 minutes, is that what it says? Estimated time en route? It's kind of hard for me to see it on my end. It's funny because you guys can see the overlay right there for the flight information better than I can because it's like a minimized version on my side. But either way, it'll give you guys a rough idea. And if you're just tuning in, as you can see, we're inbound from Paine Field, Washington, on our way to San Francisco. FlightFX Citation 10 version 2. We're having a blast. Everything is working like it should. Excuse me. Sorry, folks. The wife was texting me. Got to make sure I respond to her. I can miss all the ATC calls that I can, right? No problem. But if I miss a wife's text, ooh, I'm in hot trouble. All right, so we're still... Let's see how far we are from our top at descent. We'll hit the progress page. Go next. 4 minutes. I can live with that. And again, I love this from the FMS here. You can see it's already giving me a vertical speed calculation at top at descent. But we're not going to have to worry about it. The only thing I have to do is make sure that I reset the altitude target on the flight guidance controller. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to set down to like, I don't know, 5,000. There we go. And you can see PAF, PTH, is armed in white. Why? Because we set VNAV. So what that is saying is, hey, I'm going to descend, but I'm going to follow that calculated path that is going to comply with all altitude constraints, right? Because you don't want to just bust through those unless ATC gives you the go-ahead to descend below whatever altitude constraints. But that's what it's telling me. PAF is armed, and we're just going to sit back. We're going to wait a few more minutes. Once that descent begins, we just monitor our aircraft. Okay, so preparing for our descent, I'm going to go ahead and turn on windshield heat on.
San Francisco is currently using West Operations, altimeter 2992.
There we go. That's our instruction.
For NLBC transition into San Francisco, altimeter 2992, Mako 750.
So there we go. What ATC is telling us is, hey, descend via the star, right? The Bodega 4. That's the plate that I was briefing. So ATC is expecting us to descend whenever we like, but we have to make sure we hit all the altitude targets that are published, right? Because that's what the feds publish in order to mitigate or to reduce the workload for aircrew and controllers. So they're telling us you're clear to descend via this Bodega. In other words, make sure you follow what's published. So I'm trusting the FMS. The air autopilot's going to do his job. We're just going to monitor and make sure that we're still on track. Okay. We'll set that. We'll go ahead and start bringing down our Prez to pretty much sea level. Maybe it's a little bit too early. Who cares? I'll do it now before I forget. And then we're going to close the window vents.
United 2866, descend and maintain flight level 240.
Out of flight level 320 for flight level 240, United 2866.
I might have prematurely reduced my cabin pressure. Yeah. I'm going to set it up a little bit, and then I'll reduce it. I don't want to get a cabin pressure warning here. But yeah, everything's looking good, guys. We're pretty much ready to go for our descent. I'm going to go ahead and let my flight attendant know that we are going to be descending in a couple minutes. Flight attendant, we will be descending in about 2 minutes. Please make sure passengers are seated with their seatbelts fastened, and make sure all tray tables have been stowed and all loose items have been secure. Thank you.
Cabin is being prepared for descent now. I'll ensure everyone is seated with seatbelts fastened and tray tables stowed.
Excellent. Okay, let me do
We will be
this.
descending shortly. Please return to your seats, fasten your seatbelts, and stow your tray tables. Thank you.
Let's see. I'm trying to set the audio here. Okay, I'll try that, see if that works. But what I'm doing behind the scenes, guys, is I've got the Stream Deck app open, and I'm just trying to see if I can lower the audio level of the flight attendant, because it gets a little abrasive. Oh, it's going to be a beautiful evening approach into San Francisco. There we go. Magenta triangle coming down, indicating that we are approaching top of descent. Once it gets to about the center position, the aircraft will begin a controlled descent. There we go. VNAV path. Altitude select via the VNAV. And now she's going to retard the throttles in auto throttle in FMS for that descent target airspeed.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have left our cruising altitude and are now approaching San Francisco. Please return to your seats, fasten your seatbelts, and stow your tray tables. The use of lavatories is no longer permitted. Thank you.
Cool. So there's Etchi, and then from there we go to our transition into the arrival, which is Malbec. There we go, setting that to about sea level, because airfield elevation is, what, 14 feet? All right, now let's see if we can pick up ATIS, which is on 118.85. So I'm going to enable COM2. I'm going to set it real quick, 118.85. And let's enable
Mid-Tur 299er2. Density altitude 800 feet. Altitude, and if flight following is requested, read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Tango.
There we are.
San Francisco International Airport, information Tango. 0056 Zulu. Arriving and departing runways 28 right, 28 left. Runways 1 left, 1 right, 19er left.
I'm going to set up my performance for the landing.
Wind 290 at 19er. Visibility 10. View at 1200. View at 20,000. Temperature 22. Dew point 13. Altimeter 299er2.
Perfect.
Density altitude 800 feet. Caution unknown drone activity in the area. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested, read back all runway and hold short instructions.
All right, so I'm good. I've got information Tango. I've set up our landing parameters for weather, altimeter setting, etc. VAP approach speed of 125, VREF of 120. That makes sense, so we are good there. Let's go back to nav, and I don't know, I guess I'll go to tune. Let's keep it there.
Contact Seattle Center on 134.9er. Seattle Center 134.9er. Have a good evening, Flare 1849.
So you can see right there, we're holding about 280 knots. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go manual. There There we go. We're going to shoot for 280 because we got to be crossing Malbec at 280 in flight level 290. A little bit faster, but we're still okay on the altitude. Again, autopilot's doing everything, or the FGC, flight guidance computer or controller. We're just sitting back and monitoring. That's the life of a modern pilot. Man, I can't get over these views, man. Look at this, man. Weather's looking nice and clear over the Bay Area. I think that's San Francisco. Way out there. Look at the cockpit lighting, man. Oh my God. Isn't that beautiful, guys?
Radar services terminated. Empire Air 2637, change to advisory frequency approved. Squawk VFR. Advisory frequency approved. Squawking VFR. Empire at 2637.
By the way, you see how I use track IR from those panning shots? I just slowly start to move my head.
3813, contact Santa Rosa Tower at 11.5.
This plane is perfection, guys. Okay? I don't know what else to say. Whoa, speed's picking up a little bit because we're descending, so... Got to monitor that, right, guys? Because as we're descending, the air is getting thicker. So that airspeed, it's going to change in value. Yeah, Deadeye, you like that, huh? This is why I think I do most of my simming. It's not only for the practice and to get to live out my dreams, but just geeking out over the visuals, man. Because I come from an era of flight sim in the 90s. And to see where we're at today, man, like, I can't wait for my son to be a little bit older so that I can get him into the hobby just like I did, you know? And who knows, the next generation, you're going to be able to fly a plane from home, you know? You're going to be, like, somehow connected to the real-life airplane. All right, there's Joan. Now we're going to Bigelow. So Bigelow has that ceiling of 23,000 and the shelf or the floor of 19,000 at 280 knots. And looks like we're passing over Santa Rosa. There it is. Santa Rosa. It's nice to know you have an airport nearby just in case you hit some birds or, I don't know, or somebody in a fighter jet comes and shoots you down. My passengers, they look a little, they look fine. They're happy. They're flying on a Citation 10. I mean, who wouldn't be happy? I'm going to bring back the range a little bit now that we're getting up, because if not, the display looks a little bit cluttered. Cabin pressure looks good. We got a decent. And you know what? Let's do this. Let's go to performance, decent. I'm going to do 280. Managed. I'm going to go back to FMS. There we go. Now I don't have to keep up with it. Deadeye saying I remember Flight Simulator 95. I think I tried it on a demo disc or something, but my first big excursion was FSX. Yeah, man. For us, sorry, bikes. Whatchamacallit, we started in Flight Sim 95, then 98, then Flight Simulator 2000, 2002, and then Flight Sim 2004 was the big one, right? A century of flight. I remember I got the limited edition steel copy. My parents got it for me, and that's where I spent a lot of my hours as a kid, as a preteen. And then FSX came out, but I didn't have a computer that could handle it well. And when I eventually did get a computer, it was still okay. FSX was a hardware killer, man. I mean, I know Flight Sim 2020 and 2024 are demanding, but back in the day, holy smokes, man. FSX destroyed computers, man. I remember. Flacco saying, I remember that hard case. Yep. You know very well, my friend. I still have it. It's in my closet right now. That's one of those things that I'm going to keep for the rest of my life, man. All right, we're looking good, guys. Remember that our arrival is going to have us overfly the airfield at 11,000 unless otherwise vectored. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell my co-pilot that I've got radio comms from now on. Co-pilot, I will handle the radios from now on. Thank you for your help.
Got it, Captain Gonzo. I'll hand over the radios to you.
49, climb and maintain flight level 320, report level...
No. I will handle the radios. You don't have to handle the radios anymore.
Got it, Captain Gonzo. You're in charge of the radios now. Let me know if you need anything else.
There we go. Positive exchange of controls. Who remembers the 4 CDs installed for Flight Sim? Oh my god. Deadeye, I don't think anyone had a computer that could handle FSX. Dude, you're right. But then again, I would go to the forums back in the day at flightsim.com. You remember that? And there was this one guy, man. I remember his profile photo, but he used to post the most realistic looking Flight Sim X photos that I've ever seen in my life. And I'm like, how is he running this? And I never understood it, man.
Mako 750, contact Oakland Center on 133.7.
Over to Oakland, 133.7 for Mako 750. Oakland Center, Mako 750. We are descending through flight level 202, Bodega 4.
Mako 750, Oakland Center. Good evening.
Good evening. There we go. Get some night light. Get some integrated lighting to make it look pretty. I'm going to keep engine sync for now. Nah, I'm going to turn it off. Even though I do that on the approach face, but before I forget. Jason C612. I started with Flight Simulator 2.0 in the 80s as a kid. It ran so poorly that I couldn't get into it as a young kid. Wow, Flight Sim 2.0. So I never got to try it, but I do remember seeing the screenshots of it and all types of videos about it, man. Again, guys, I know we are consumers. At the end of the day, we expect perfection, but let's remember where we came from, right? 25, 30 years ago, what Flight Simulator was and what our present generation has, especially kids, you know, younger siblings, younger cousins, family members, etc., or even ourselves, right, that we're older now. We get to enjoy one of the best hobbies in the world, period. You make investments like everything else. You do have to spend money, but you can't beat this, man. You just can't beat this. And here we are today flying these advanced jets with a world that looks like this, all from the comfort of my home office. Can't complain at all, folks. I mean, come on, man. Look at that. Look at that. I'm sticking my head out the windshield.
Transition level.
Transition level. Well, altimeter setting for San Francisco is 29902, so we're still good. We've got information Tango. We got to remember to let our approach controller know that we've got it. Oh, you know what? I'm going to set 11,000 on my flight guidance controller. That is the last hard altitude we got to meet. Even though the autopilot will know it because it's programmed into the FMS. If I go here, it was bricks. Yep, 11,000. So it wouldn't let you descend anyways. Over to NorCal 128325, Mako 750. NorCal approach. Good evening, Mako 750, descending through 15,800, Bodega 4. We've got information Tango.
Mako 750, NorCal approach. Good evening, San Francisco, altimeter 29902. Expect the quiet bridge, visual runway 28 left. Approach into San Francisco. Let me know you've got information uniform.
Oh, now it's uniform. Copy, altimeter 29902. We'll expect the bridge approach for runway 28 left into San Francisco, and we've got uniform for Mako 750. I lied. I don't have uniform. I've got Tango. That's going to be a visual.
NorCal departure, SkyWest 4100, 1,500, climbing via loop 1.
Okay, it is the quiet bridge.
SkyWest 4100, NorCal departure, radar contact.
Huh.
American 2810, say speed.
Okay, so I might have to reconfigure this.
Knots, American 2810.
I'm only seeing the quiet, though, for 28 right. What if I go to tiptoe?
United 796, 8 miles from Axmal, turn right heading 315, descend and maintain 3000 until established.
What? They've got GLS approaches? Wow.
Heading 315, descending 3000 till established. Cleared ILS runway 28, right approach, United 796.
Yeah, Deadeye, that's a good point. That's why I just responded with uniform. I was like, yeah, sure, we have it.
NorCal departure, good evening.
Curve may proceed.
1000 for 12000.
FedEx 1219, NorCal departure. Roger, good evening.
I'm still going to keep up the ILS, guys. I'm going to use that as my guidance because we're probably going to get vectors, but...
United 2866, turn right heading 315.
I don't know.
Maintain 2000 until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS runway 28, left approach.
And there she is, boys and girls. San Fran, dead ahead.
Cleared ILS runway 28, left approach, United 2866.
I'm going to synchronize the heading bug.
NorCal departure, Southwest 826, passing 15,000, climbing. Southwest 826, NorCal departure, good evening.
140. I'm going to pre-select my heading for that.
NorCal departure, good evening, FedEx 1644, leaving 1000, climbing 12,000.
And then once we overfly the airfield, I'm going to switch to heading mode.
NorCal departure, good evening.
So let's see how the airplane does managing an approach.
NorCal departure,
And let's see how I can do managing the airplane.
Southwest 1914, NorCal departure, roger.
All right, we're leveled off at 11,000. We're going to hold here.
NorCal departure, Southwest 866, 1000, climbing 10,000.
And I'm going to go ahead and just turn on my wing inspection light and landing lights on now, even though we're at 11,000, but that way I don't forget.
NorCal departure, good morning. United 1315, climbing 1000 for 12,000.
And then I'll enable the camera now.
United 1315, NorCal departure, roger, good morning.
There we go. So you guys can see. You'll also see when the autopilot is turning, you'll see the Mosa yoke turning as well.
United 1315, NorCal departure, roger, good morning.
This is a badass approach, man. Going right over the field.
Skywest 30 out of 1000, 1000.
Skywest 3053, NorCal departure, roger, good evening.
There we go. I don't want it to take up too much room on your display there.
Departure United 2019, 10,000 for 11,000.
United 2019, NorCal departure, roger.
All right, so we're, what, 2.5 miles from Bricks? About half a mile. I'm going to switch to heading mode so that we can overfly and then turn outbound.
Roger. United 796, contact tower 120.5, so long.
And here we go. Going to heading mode.
United 796.
Now I'm going to switch this to our nav localizer.
NorCal departure, Skywest 3414, climbing 1000 for 11,000.
And let's set that final approach course, 284.
Skywest 3414, NorCal departure, good evening.
Whoa, that doesn't work anymore? Oh, no. Okay, hold on. I can fix this.
Skywest 3053, NorCal departure, roger, good evening.
There we go.
NorCal approach, Skywest 3785, radio check.
Skywest 3785, read you 5 by 5.
.284 set, you can see the localizer identifier, ISFO, DME showing, so that's a good sign. Minimum set. And now we continue until otherwise vectored.
NorCal approach, good evening. United 673, passing 3,000, climbing flight level 330.
And you can see it staying at 11,000 is a good idea. We've got some high, you look at the Oroka altitude here, 6,600 feet. Expect radar vectors to final approach course. So yeah, on track 140 at 11,000. That's exactly what we're doing. It's probably a good idea to open us up because there we go.
Send and maintain 4,000.
Set and maintain 4,000 for Mako 750. So we're going to set that down to 4,000. Let's go vertical speed and nose down.
9673 NorCal approach. Good evening.
Let's just make sure we don't bust through 250 below 10,000.
Horizon Air 2283 NorCal approach. Good evening.
And I'm going to open up Sky Dolly to record that landing because I'm going to show you the replays.
119.7. Fix right 9364. Thanks.
No vectors yet.
9939 NorCal approach. Good evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now beginning our descent into San Francisco. Please turn off all electronic devices.
I think the co-pilot just kicked off the flight attendant.
Southwest 3217 NorCal departure. Good afternoon.
Look at all the traffic, guys. You got plenty of traffic inbound. That's why they're vectoring us out here. So I'm going to slow my descent a little bit. Let's go about 1,800 feet a minute. We're going to have plenty of distance. Look at that. We're 14.5 miles from the localizer already.
119.475. Have a good afternoon. Big Stripe 656.
Look at that view. Oh my God. It's going to be sick. We're going to have the sun in our eyes, but we'll make it work. I think that's Moffett, right? What is that airport there? Is that Palo Alto? No. There was an Air Force base over here somewhere that had a big old hangar. Somebody correct me in the chat. I think it's Moffett. Okay, I'm going to slow my descent here.
506 NorCal approach, roger.
Come on, baby.
United 939 NorCal approach. Good evening.
Why is it holding at 7,000? No, I don't need VNAV. That's my fault, guys. I had VNAV engaged.
118.3. Have a good afternoon. Southwest 1567.
That was my bad. VNAV was still on, so it was fighting the altitude constraints. And I'm not liking these vectors too much. NorCal approach, Mako 750. You still want us on a 140 heading? I don't like it.
Mako 750. Fly heading 139er. Vectors are Rob.
All right, we'll fly heading 139er for the vectors for Mako 750. Vectors Harab. No.
NorCal departure, Southwest 1003, 4000, climbing 12000.
Mako 750, turn left, heading 060, descend and maintain 4000. Vectors for the quiet bridge visual, runway 28 left approach, speed 200 knots.
Left turn heading 060, down to 4,000, speed 200 knots. Vectors for the visual, runway 28 left for Mako 750. Go to managed. Bring that speed down 200. Keep descending, and it's a visual, so we'll use the ILS as a guidance to establish ourselves. There we go. We're going to open up. Now I'm happy we're getting away from these mountains.
2159, contact San Francisco Tower and 120.5.
Look at that sunset. Oh my God, this could have been more better, more perfect. My God, I'm a sucker.
Stripe 7554, contact Concord Tower on 119.7.
Okay, approach checklist. Engine sync is off. All the lights are on. We've got our altimeter set. Pressurizations to sea level. Yep, looks good. Vents are closed. We've got our autopilot configured. We'll just await further instructions. And I think slats can come out at 200 knots. I think it's 200, 180, and 160 are my speeds. I think. I don't know. Okay, we're leveling off. 4,000. Where's the quiet bridge? I see Dumbarton, Salt Ponds.
Mako 750, speed 180 knots.
Speed 180 for Mako 750. Okay. Let's go slats. And wait for the speed.
Southwest 1032, contact San Jose Tower on 124.0. Mako 750, traffic at your 12 o'clock, 4 miles. Same altitude, 737.
We're looking for him. We've got him on TCAS, but I'll call visual for Mako 750. I've got him there. Oh, he's below us. We've got traffic.
4.0, Southwest 1032. See you.
Mako 750, turn left, heading 035.
Left heading 035, Mako 750. There's traffic just below us there on our blind spot. He was like 2,100 feet below.
3672, contact San Jose Tower on 124.0.
124.0 for Southwest 3672.
Look at that haze coming over the bay. Oh, that fog. Oh my God, man. I'm geeking out here, guys. Sorry. I couldn't be happier with this weather. All right, come on, homie. Give me vectors, dude. Turn me in, dude. Just scanning my instruments, making sure everything's set accordingly, making sure I don't have anything missing. Yep, vents are good. I'm going to keep the APU off.
5522, NorCal departure. Identified. Good evening.
Okay, we're heading straight toward those mountains. If he doesn't turn me here, I'm going to yell at him.
United 3426, contact Oakland Center on 134.15.
134.15, United 3426, thanks.
I got traffic at my 12 o'clock. He's at 4,400 above descending, though. See if I can spot him.
Mako 750, turn left, heading 310.
Left heading 310 for Mako 750. I was just getting ready to call him. 310 set.
Air France 6076, contact San Francisco Tower on 120.5.
Over to San Francisco Tower on 120.5, Air France 6076.
Come on, brother. Clear me for that visual already.
Southwest 9351, contact Oakland Tower on 118.3. Mako 750, maintain present heading, confirm the San Mateo Bridge in sight for the quiet bridge visual.
We've got the San Mateo Bridge in sight for that visual approach to 8 left, Mako 750. I'm going to say I have the bridge in sight even though I don't.
Mako 750 cleared for the quiet bridge visual, runway 28 left, approach.
Cleared for the quiet bridge visual, runway 28 left approach for Mako 750. So I'm just going to pretend like I know what I'm doing here. Looks like on a 278, 276.
118.3, Southwest 9351.
Again, even though we're visual, I'm going to use the ILS as a good backup. But we've been cleared for the visual.
Citation 22 Whiskey, contact Oakland Center on 119.75.
Over to Oakland Center, Citation 22 Whiskey. So long.
And then once we get some DME, I can arm that approach.
119.9er, SkyWest 5522, see ya.
Yep, that's the San Mateo, the big bridge, which is just up ahead. Or no, is it way past that? Yeah, I think it's that one right there. Damn, I mean, at 180, we're going to be crawling there. How are we looking on gas? 2,400? Oh, we're good. We're good, boys and girls. Lying to ATC all day. Yeah. Shh, don't tell them. Sometimes you got to mess around with ATC, man. The other day, I was landing somewhere, and I got pissed. It was Boston. The ground controller was just not helping me, and I issued him a controller deviation, and I told him to advise when ready to copy a phone number, and he listened, and he's like, all right, I'm ready to copy, and I just died laughing. I was like, wow, got to give him that. He listened. All right, there we go. So we're picking up DME to the localizer.
Roger, good evening.
So I'm going to do a direct pawn key just to clear that route a little bit, and then I'm going to set nav.
Southwest 1727. See ya.
Localizer's armed again. We're quietly. We're using the ILS to help us in.
NorCal departure. Good evening. Southwest 1727. 5,000 for 1,000.
Southwest 1727. NorCal departure identified.
What a view, huh? What a view, folks. Okay, we got traffic within 5. Where is he? Same altitude after 1 or 2 o'clock. There he is.
United 8141, NorCal departure. Roger.
Okay, he's no factor. It's like a heavy.
Switching to Oakland.
Look at that.
On 127.8, United 223.
You know what? Let's get our tail floodlight on. Because by the time we're done with the replays and actually landing, it'll be night. Okay, so now I'm going to arm approach. There we go. Localizer and glide slope, because we have valid glide slope signal there. And let's come back. I don't need my vertical situation display. Let's go to V speeds, landing speed. And we're showing 123 now on the approach speed. And we've got our V speeds right there. Missed approach. There's no missed approach procedure, but we'll use the ILS.
SkyWest 3313.
That was 4,000. But we got to wait till we're captured on the glide slope. Again, we're keeping an eye out for traffic. We're going to have parallel approaches. There we go. Ew, that's an Airbus. Ew, get away from me.
Southwest 4247, NorCal departure. Roger, good morning.
All right, we're at 18 DME now from the localizer. We're probably about 16.5 miles from the runway approach end. I'm going to keep my speed up for now.
120.5, have a good evening. SkyWest 5264.
I've got another airplane crossing in front of me. He's at least a couple miles ahead. 737. I hope this guy's going for 28 right.
1603, NorCal approach, roger.
I'm going to start slowing it down just a tad. Go 150. Let's go flaps 5. I want to give myself some room here.
4917, NorCal departure. Identified. Good evening.
And there we go. We've got a valid glide slope capture now. 15 DME. The aircraft's going to begin to descend. We've got 4,000 set for our missed approach.
Frontier Flight 1949, NorCal approach. Roger.
Traffic is about 2.5, 3 miles in front of us. I think that's good spacing for now. Oh, what is he doing?
NorCal departure, roger.
Okay, he's on 28 right. This guy's 28 left. I see Pappy lights.
5, descending 2,500 till established, cleared ILS, runway 28 left approach, United 1603.
And we're just getting ready to get handed off to tower. Let's get lights up a little bit. I don't need floodlights yet, but just anticipating it.
SkyWest 3313, NorCal departure, good evening.
Somebody above us, 5,700 feet. I don't see him. Anyways, doesn't matter. Okay, we're at 11.7. Let's find a cool view here. Where is it? There we go. Let's go gear down. You can hear the engine spooling up, compensating for that drag now.
750, contact San Francisco Tower on 120.5.
Over to tower, 120.5, Mako 750. Bye-bye. San Fran Tower, this is Mako 750 on the visual 28 left. Let's configure for our final approach.
San Francisco Tower, roger, continue approach runway 28 left.
Continuing the approach, 28 left for Mako 750. Okay, flaps full.
750, number 3, behind United 737 on a 5-mile final, runway 28 left. Winds 290 at 18 gusting 26, clear to land. Caution, wake turbulence.
Number 3 behind the 7-3, clear to land 28 left for Mako 750. All right, boys and girls, it's go time. It's time to make our money, make our passengers happy. Before landing checklist, geared down and locked, 3 green, flaps full. Engine sync off, lights are on. Cabin press is good. Autopilot will come off. Yacht Emperor will come off, and we'll take the controls. And, yeah, hopefully I don't embarrass you guys. FlightFX team, I love you guys. This one's for you if you guys are watching. I'm trying to make you proud. Again, hands are off the throttles.
United 8238.
And the yoke, we're just letting the autopilot do his thing. We're cheating. If you ain't cheating, you ain't winning. There's the bridge. Oh boy, somebody's behind us. That's a Dreamliner. He's going to be overtaking us, dude. His VREF is probably like 160. That's a 777. Yeah, he's probably coming in at 160, 140. And we're doing 123. Hey, FlightFX 1, glad you're having fun. Oh my god, that was prophetic. Thank you for being here, my friend. I hope you enjoyed this landing into San Francisco. A beautiful evening. Once again, thank you to you and to your team for all the work you guys have done and giving us one of the best add-ons ever. All right, we're going to start the replay, guys. I'm going to start recording right here. And here we go. Autopilot off, Yacht Emperor off, auto throttle off, my controls. I've got the airplane. She's trimmed. I'm going to set this to standby. Man, I love it. The developers here watching are part of the development team for FlightFX. If you guys want to hang out for a few minutes, I'm going to showcase this on a replay so you guys can see your product in all its glory. Hold on, man. This deserves some music. I hope I don't mess this up.
1,000.
Okay. There we go. Get some ambiance. I love this song.
United 8238, hold short of runway 28 left.
Come left for lineup. Talk to me, Goose. Talk to me, Goose. 2 white, 2 red. We ain't dead, or a little bit fast. Look at this. Look at this. She's floating, boys and girls. Nothing to it. Just trim her out. Fly her. Picking up speed, picking up speed. Bring back speed. Watch the airplane as she starts to shake. There we go.
Holding short of runway 28 left. United 8238.
A little bounce. There we go. Settle. Speed breaks out. Bring the nose gear down.
18, clear to land runway 28 right.
And 2 in reverse. Good deployment. There's 65. Back to idle. Woo, baby. Welcome to San Francisco.
United 8238, hold short of runway 28 left.
All right, let's vacate here. We're going to make a right. We're going to signature.
Hold short of 28 left. United 8238.
Speed brake stowed. We're going to hit the brakes. We're going to get off. Hell yeah. All right. I know you guys are asking for it. You guys want to watch it. We're going to hit the replay here in a minute. So
Canada 573, hold short
stand by.
runway 19 right.
19 right, holding short, Air Canada 573.
Mako 750, welcome to San Francisco. Exit at Delta if able. Contact
Ladies and
ground
gentlemen,
point 8.
welcome to San Francisco.
Over to ground point 8 for Mako 750.
Gate Bridge, which is over 1 mile long. Thank you for flying with TFFC
All right.
Executive. Please remain seated until we reach our final parking position.
Let's watch that replay.
Airspeed alive. Currently not. Cross check.
There we go. Let's go bring it up. We're probably going to have AI traffic there now, guys, so
Rotate.
bear with me.
United 8238, cross runway 28 left.
Let's restart the song. There we go. Get some
28 left.
dramatic
United
stuff.
8238.
What do you guys think? A wing view first and then go outside?
Cross runway 1 right.
Cross runway 1 right, Air Canada 573.
Let's leave it here.
Air France 6076, give way to the Speedbird 777 on your left.
We'll give way to the Speedbird 777. Air France 6076.
I love it, man. She flies elegantly.
United 2303, cross runway 19 right.
Cross 19 right, United 2303.
United for days, baby. Come on, baby. Give me that butter. Give me that butter. Give me that butter. Oh, a little tap there, and she settled. Oh, my God. Waiting for that nose wheel to drop, and 2 in reverse. Look at that wing. Look at that wing, boys and girls. And we'll say idle thrust around here. It's a replay doing funky stuff. All right, let's do one more view. One more view, and then we'll taxi in and call it a day, okay, guys? Let's do it again. Here we go.
United 638, cross runway 19 right.
Cross runway 19 right, United 638.
Oh, yeah, baby. Look at the wing. Look at the wing. Pay attention, boys and girls. Wow. $20 from Pete Sky 8739. Thanks, Cap. Awesome streaming my favorite bizjet. Thanks, FlightFX. Dude, you're too kind, my friend. Thank you so much. Appreciate the love. Enjoy the visuals as we bring in the Citation 10 one more time. Watch the wings, guys. This is where FlightFX really wants to show off. There we go. Look at that. Look at that.
Southwest 4212 cross runway 1 right.
Reverse thrust coming on a little early. That's fine. Oh my God.
Left. A350 on a 3-mile final.
All right, we're going to hold short of 10 left for Mako 750. All right, good spot for us to clean her up. So let's go. Flaps up. Make sure speed brakes are stowed.
Contact tower on 120.5 for further instructions.
Landing lights off. Pitot heat can come off. Windshield heat off. We're going to leave the stabilizer trim there. I think we're good, man. Let's go ahead and fire up that APU. And we're going to let her fire up. Yep, EGT's coming up, RPM coming up. Pete Sky. You and Captain Flacco always bring the juice, man. Thank you so much. Thank you. There's the A350, guys. Cathay Pacific. That looks beautiful. I'm not an Airbus fan, but that 350 is elegant. Speed brakes out and everything, man. Full boards. All right, Mr. Heavy, get off the runway. I have places to be. Ground and be advised for Mako 750. We're taxiing the signature tonight. Is he going to vacate here?
Mako 750, taxi to signature via Alpha Bravo. Hold short of runway 28 left.
Negative. We're on Echo, holding short of 10 left. We need to cross after this Cathay A350 clears the runway.
Mako 750, hold short of runway 10 left. A350 vacating the runway.
Yeah, ground. He's vacating on Echo right at us. That's not going to work. And
Mako 750, copy that. Taxi by Echo, hold short of runway 10 left.
Unable for Mako 750. We're going to cross 10 left now. The A350 is having a standoff, and he's flashing his taxi light at us, so unacceptable. Strobes on. Landing lights on. Whoops, not the landing lights.
Mako 750, cross runway 10 left. Then continue taxi by Echo to signature.
All right, crossing 10 left, continuing to signature via Echo for Mako 750. And just like that, boys and girls, that bully was bullied. I ain't standing down to no Airbus. Get out of my face. Pitot heat off. I don't know why I turned it on. That was a mistake. I know signatures to the left here, so we're going to make that left yeet. Let's bring her home, guys. Let's bring her home. Well, not much, right, guys? You saw me fly the Citation 10 version 2 from FlightFX into San Francisco. I'm going to park her. I'm going to shut her down, and I'm going to give you my closing thoughts on what I think. But I think if you've been following along our channel, you guys know that I'm a sucker for the Citation X from FlightFX. And you can't beat the fact that it's a free upgrade to existing customers. So, again, FlightFX, guys, we love you. Thank you so much for the work you guys have put in, and truly a phenomenal must-have product for any flight simmer out there. Whether you're new or you are experienced, this is a must-have. All right, I'm going to kill comms. I don't want to listen to them anymore. I don't need to. Let's go ahead, get the generator online for the APU. It's been a few minutes. Bleed air can come on. And let's be cool, guys. Let's do single-engine taxi. Save some gas. Give it some juice. Signature's up there to our 1 o'clock. I am going to go ahead and hide the camera for the yoke. No longer need it. And let's see where we can find a spot here. By the way, the scenery is by Flight Beam. This is the San Francisco Captain's Edition. Another phenomenal scenery as well. Performance is taking a bit of a hit. I spoke too early, I guess. But it's not the airplane. It's just the scenery plus say intentions. I've got traffic maxed out as per usual. Give her some gas. I see the marshaller there, but he is standing in front of a Kodiak, and I'm not going to fit there. So we're going to ignore him. Yeah, bro. Sorry, I'm not parking there. I'm going to go straight to the FBO. Let's see where we can park here. And we'll kill the taxi light. Clear on the right. Clear on the left. Looks like a Citation 5 there, or an Encore or an Ultra. And then we're going to go next to this old Pilatus. We'll let the ground crew figure out where they want to tow us to afterwards. There we go. Park and brake is on. We've got the APU generator and bleed air going. So let's kill number 1. Beacon light can come off. Passenger seatbelt signs off. Wing inspection light can come off. Recognition light off. Everything can stay the same. Let's throw some chocks. And let's go ahead and let our passengers out. Oh, man, she is laggy all of a sudden. Where is it? There we go. And let's get some música once again. Let's go ahead and open up the baggage compartment. Yeah, a little stuttery, but you know what? I'm running the stream software. I'm running, say, intentions, maxed out, scenery. Look at that. Oh, baby. Well, folks, we've made it. We are down in San Francisco. What a beautiful flight that was. Yeah. What do I think about version 2 of the Citation 10? Nothing to say. Nothing to see here, folks. Move on. If you're an existing customer, get that update taken care of ASAP. You will not regret it. The aircraft feels better, flies better. I mean, it always flew great for me personally. I never had issues. I know one of my videos, I had an issue intercepting a localizer. That was on me because ATC set me up for a too steep of an angle to intercept the localizer, and I also messed up on the vectors. But overall, the airplane feels, flies, handles great. WingFlex now. We've got the updated VAMS Virtual Aircraft Management System tablet that looks great, functions great, and it gives you exactly what you need. We've got improved physics. We've got improved auto throttle logic, improved MCDU functions. I mean, guys, look at the change log. It is endless, but it shows you why FlightFX is or are who they are, because they've put in the work. They've listened to our complaints, our requests. We've got GPWS, right, ground proximity warning system. I mean, weather radar has been updated. It looks fantastic. It works. Again, I don't want to keep talking here endlessly. Let's go on the drone camera so we can pan. But yeah, guys, I am loving it even more than I have before. And again, my recommendation, go into that flight sim marketplace, update the aircraft if you haven't done so already, and go ahead and start burning some Jet A aboard the FlightFX Citation 10. Guys, I really want to thank you for being here today. I know there's probably hundreds, if not thousands, of flight simmers out there streaming, showcasing this phenomenal airplane. I know V1 was online earlier today, and I was jealous because I was like, man, I want to get online right now. But he's a phenomenal airline pilot. He's also a great flight streamer, so he showcased the V2 as well as I did. But again, thank you guys for choosing to watch us. Really means a lot. Pete Sky, again, thanks for that donation, man. You didn't have to do that, man, but I really appreciate it. Really helps us, supports the channel. Guys, again, as I always like to say, TFSC Executive, that Flight Sim Channel Executive. We're on JetCart, 3-letter identifier, TFS, Tango, Foxtrot, Sierra, call sign Mako. We're hiring, paying 30%. Come and join us. We've got a chief pilot who really takes his job seriously. He handles business, and yeah, we try to stay proactive, making sure that we're constantly evolving. Deadeye, man, seriously, thank you for being here, my friend. I just finished my flight too, landed at New Chitos in Japan. Nice. Have a good night. Thanks for the great flight and the stream. Thank you, my friend. Deadeye, you've been awesome. Thank you for interacting with us here today. And again, to the team at FlightFX, if you're still here, thanks for watching, my good friends. I'll be definitely monitoring on the Discord for any updates and changes. And guys, again, stay tuned because we'll probably do a revisited tutorial video on this bird now that she is even better. And hopefully I can make up on some of my mistakes that I might have shown you on that initial video. So, yeah, Deadeye. So, okay, if you're streaming it, you still have to go in and update it. Just double check in your library, okay? My recommendation is to just stream it. Don't install it. That's what most developers are recommending. So just double check. Go to your marketplace. Go to your library for your stream the aircraft and make sure you've got version 2 point whatever it is. So just go ahead and verify that for me, okay? All right, guys. I'm going to leave it here. I got to get ready to go to bed. And as always, guys, smooth landings, happy flying. Love you guys. Sim Gaming Expo, September 18th through the 20th. Captain Flacco and I are going to be up in Schaumburg, Illinois. We're going to be official media partners there. We're going to be talking to everybody. Wind Control, Moza, TFDI. Bunch of people are coming, guys. So if you got some time and you can swing by the expo again. Sim Gaming Expo 2026 in Schaumburg, Illinois. And come check us out. We'll be there. We'd love to meet you in person and talk to y'all and just have a blast. Racing cars, flying jets, driving tractors, whatever it is, you know, we're going to have a blast. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it here. Y'all have a good night. And Deadeye, copy that, brother. That is exactly what it should be. So go and enjoy it, man. All right, guys, have a good night. Captain Gonzo, that Flight Sim channel. Thank you for the love and support. We'll see you on the next one.